That should work. Alright. Let's see how this goes. And do that, do this, do that. We shall see how everything goes. If the sounds work, if everything works, then everything's fine. If not, then we're just gonna be like, ugh. Join. All right. That's better. Oh. Thought I was sunken into the floor. I'm not. Gonna hang around as you. You shall do just fine. Bonk. Put that there. There we go. I can hear from there. Put that there. Put that there. Move it over there. Diagnose all the issues I have. And then be like, oh hey, fixed. Then I'd be like, boink, boink, and then doink. Go here, do this, do that, do this, and then just fucking ding, do ding, do ding. So looksy doodle. Works. Come on. I got it to work. First try. Good grief. I am such a fucking dingus. Oh, I can still see the radiation, but I tried my best to make sure that it's not as bad today, but it's still a bit all over the place. Can't do much about that. That's just how things are. Although I almost feel like I should bring Mr. Mullet back. You know what? Let's bring my Mullet boy back. Where is he? I haven't used him in ages. Bring Kazuya back. Whoa. I got my boy. My boy is back. I'm back. Like always. Good grief. It's gonna turn you around. Life is kinda cool at the moment. At least a tiny bit. I'm trying to still wake up. Trying to figure my things out. I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kinda here. As usual. Also, I still love that the most frequent thing that I've ever done is just... That's my favorite thing to do. Just giving a thumbs up. I'm gonna step like right here and just... I don't know. I'm just kind of messing around with this at the moment. It's funny. It's funny. Good morning. Good grief. I'll wake up one of these days. One of these days. I should actually check out my controls. Because, like, I have this option of turning all of these things off. It has the option to give me the index stuff, but it's like... not doing anything? I don't know how this works. I genuinely don't know how half of this works. I didn't check out the files, I didn't translate them. I should have done that ages ago when I got this heavy. But no, I'm fucking smart. Yeah. There's so many things I can do in this. What is any of this? Oh, that's just that. Okay. What is this? What do you do? What the fuck? I don't know what that is. I don't want to touch it. That I know of. That's the graffiti menu, which doesn't work. Interesting. That's the other clothing that I added. Cool. Which I didn't add as a proper thing because I did it all through a stupid system. Which I could have done easier, but unfortunately I am not that smart. So, yay. We got some time to literally burn until things actually happen, so I'm just gonna be here yapping about stuff. I guess we could say that. I could also just lock you into place like that. Just grab a pencil. I don't know. I'll grab this. I don't know. I'm just gonna start drawing random things. I don't know. Just a little stick dude right here, just like. Yeah, now we have a stick dude there. He's just like, hey. Why did I do that? Perfect streamer. I am the perfect streamer. The ultimate streamer. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to do. I have nothing that I feel that I'm doing. I just kind of exist at the moment. I keep repeating myself as well. One of these days I'll wake up. It would be great if I could wake up sooner than later. Because, honestly... Oh, my neck. It's like, so dead. I managed to sleep pretty goddamn nicely. So that was great. Woke up, felt rested. Immediately as I got up and I'm like, hey, I have energy. Yay! Back to fucking eepy boy. Interesting. I need water. Where'd I put my water bottle? Hold up. There I go. Do 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 do. Oh, yes. Absolute good morning to y'all. Let's get this actually going properly. I am Sleep. I'm a dingus. I'm the streamer of this channel. As you can tell, a lot of people surprisingly can't because apparently that's a mysterious thing. A mysterious Jogo. So like... But no, that's me. I'm the dingus. The one who spray paints and stuff. Plays random games, yaps, shows cool worlds. Well, I try to show cool worlds. That's becoming harder and harder every fucking day. Unfortunately. And I have decided to take a little break from graffiti. So expect more streams on Friday with VR, just doing something relaxing. And starting next week, since, well, not actually starting next week, but next week will be the finale for the travel agency. And once the travel agency is done, I'll be taking a little break again. From doing that, I have received a message, which I will grab a computer from here and be like, let me enter these messages. I'll be joined by my friend shortly. He's apparently eating at the moment. Cool. Wow, I actually landed it. Holy shit, hold up. I shouldn't throw these. These are expensive things in this economy. Pink. Ah, they'll survive. They're like those weird laptops that were built to last, even a bomb drop. So they're okay. Funny thing. A few years back, when I was still like actively going through my town and everything else, and I was looking at like all these like computer places and whatnot, because I was like, maybe I want a new computer or something like that. I ended up walking past a old computer repair shop that I remember, and this repair shop literally has a contract with the military to sell laptops and stuff that survive even in combat zones. Bulletproof, and some of them were even shrapnel proof. They even had on display one a laptop that managed to survive a mortar hit and still functioned. Go figure. It was kind of crazy, and the funniest part is it was an accidental hit because during practice, one of the mortar crewmen, from what I remember from this tale, apparently shot the wrong way. He was given the coordinates, the direct coordinates to hit. So he did it, but he didn't realize that X and Y, he reversed the numbers. So instead of shooting the distance and the direction, he shot the direction and distance, ending up hitting the wrong place. Which ended up with him, that wasn't really the smartest thing that he could have done. So, he got reprimanded for that, but he ended up creating very nice PR for the laptop. Because the corporal who was there, if I remember correctly, it was corporal, looked at the laptop after the fucking motor hit. I was like, why is it working? He checked everything. It's functioning completely fine. Of course, he grabbed all the data. They grabbed all the data that they could, like all of the fucking sensitive data, and sent it over to the repair shop. And the repair shop literally said, "Holy fuck, can we keep this? But we'll give you another one of the same exact grade, the exact same make, exact same stuff." And they were like, "Yeah." So they got a brand spanking new laptop, while the repair shop kept the old laptop, which is now on display there. I don't know if it's still on display in that local shop. I should probably go and visit it at some point, just to see what I can find, because that would be a really interesting thing to just grab a photo of, and just hear the story like properly again, so I can remember how it actually goes. There's quite a few of these cases that happened before, and every time I hear these stories, it makes me laugh a tiny bit. There's a lot of stories I've heard over time about random people doing their computers in ways that don't make sense. And then it just works. For example, there's always been those people tell, like, do not leave the side panel open because otherwise dust gets in and causes all sorts of like problems to your PC, right? There was a few posts that I could find when I was like going through actively on 4chan and whatnot about like computer gore and whatever the heck, like when people actually damage their computers in mysterious ways. Some dude rigged so that he had his side panel basically cut open and had an industrial fan on it, blowing air into it. But he also had a filtration net on both sides. So when dust tried to get in, it would get stuck at the first net and then the second net. His computer ran better. Ultimately, though, it died because the power usage was way too high and he blew a fuse which caused a short circuit into his PC. Thanks to the industrial fan. So that was funny. Another dude decided that instead of having to worry about like dust and stuff, he mounted all his computer parts upside down onto like a piece of wall near his window, so that because he knew he had a window leak. The window was basically leaking air constantly, and it was like blowing perfectly in a way where it kept things cool. So it blowed onto his computer parts, and it kept it cooler than what it would have if he had kept it in the freaking PC case. His actual PC was running better in parts on the wall near his window. He shared the stats and everything else because he put all of the parts like beforehand, and like he had taken pictures of like how it runs and everything else before, like the benchmark test and everything. And then he put the benchmark test afterwards when he had them mounted. 20 to 30% better increase. Mysterious. So, there are times when your PC case can actually be the issue. Well, no shit, it can be the issue. If you have the wrong size of PC case and there's too much stuff in there, air doesn't flow properly, so it can't, ventilate the heat and whatnot. It can't cool down properly either. So, you need to have a proper case so that it works. I'm just gonna go back to being serious. I'm getting real tired of my finger screwing up. Bam. And it was really freaking funny seeing all of these other settings that people that made. Somebody using a toilet, like an old toilet that he got. Of course, he cleaned and everything else. He kind of carved it out and stuff and made it into a computer. And, of course, this was a Slavic dude. So he put a carpet on top of the freaking seat, and it was the comfiest seat he ever had while he was gaming. Of course, people still question why the hell he had a toilet in his room, and then he just always said, "Oh hey, that's my PC." And he called it the shitbox. I don't know if that PC is still alive to this day, considering the dude played CSGO. Then some people, like, when we visited the Kaizo complex, I looked it up. There's that one image of the, caution wet floor sign and the PC built inside of that. Turns out that wasn't the first time that PC has been built. It's been built a couple of times. What did I see? Never mind. So, people build mysterious PCs out of basically everything. And these caution wet floor signs, turns out they're pretty good. Because you can ventilate the heat directly downwards. And it just works to dissipate it kinda well. As for the dust, well, considering it's a triangle shape, the dust slides off perfectly. He had the fan mounted, one of the guys at least had a fan mounted on the triangle piece, like this. The best way I could grab a pencil and actually draw it better. Let's grab a pencil. Let's grab this, the black pencil. Okay, so the way that it was built was basically like, you can imagine you have like a PC that's like this. That's basically your PC, the A shape. So he mounted the fan like that, basically onto the side. So when dust came out, it would stop there. He could easily wipe that off. Air would still flow in, but not a lot of dust. He had another fan mounted at the bottom, so the air flowed downwards. Which was kinda interesting to see, because all of his PC parts were like in here. The most important parts that like needed to be cooled were mounted so that they were like somewhere within like this area. The ones that weren't so important were mounted near the bottom, basically. So everything that was supposed to be cooled got cooled really easily, and then it just went down there. It worked really well for some reason. And a lot of computers, well, when they're designed, they're the basic, you have a box. A lot of them suffer from airflow issues. There's multiple ways that people have been trying to fight them. Getting the air to go up, getting the air to go from the side, from the front, the back, the bottom. I feel like a lot of the times, these box-shaped PCs, they're great for putting stuff in. You can easily organize where every single pot is, but you can't get the airflow to be correct. Modern day, however, these boxes are now better than ever because people discovered that, hey, you can make them into an L shape. You can have well, it's not technically an L shape. What the fuck? I somehow managed to block my complete camera by putting my hands forward, which caused my camera to go bzing. That's cool. Happens sometimes. Anyways. But yeah. These people, like, the L shape, like, is a good computer design now. Because they have a second layer below, which blows or sucks the air from the top, so it sucks all the dust into a dust compartment that then gets blown down. And you can easily open that, take out the dust, blow it off, put it back in. To prevent dust buildup. Then there's the open top covers with the netting, because heat rises up. So they ventilate some of the heat upwards as well. They blow it from the side, and then blow up, and some suck down. So they get the air to flow that way. It's intriguing. I don't know what the best solution is with airflow like that. It's kind of hard to get it going right. It's easy to get it right if you have water cooled. Water cooled is super easy at the end of the day. That's not like the issue. Because water cooled, the only problem is do you know how to work with them? AIOs work nicely as well because, you know, they just keep everything, you know, cooled very nicely and they just, you know, work like that. AIO can also help your old CPUs even, or CPU fans, to work better. If you can mount an AIO to an old CPU, you get quite a nice performance increase. Because it functions better. And ventilates heat better. There was also somebody who, instead of using any kind of fans, what was it for his GPU, he mounted heat sinks onto it. That was like a recent thing. So he just purely mounted a lot of heat sinks, and it apparently functioned just as good, if not a tiny bit better, than most GPU fans. Which was, once again, pretty damn interesting. I don't know how true that is and how well that works. But if it does work well, then I'm all for it. Because why not? That just sounds like a good thing. Good grief, my throat is completely freaking... I'm trying to see if my buddy is already on. Give me a sec. Little lag spike there. He is not yet. Alright, that's fine. Oh, I love when I have long hair and it makes me feel like there's a spider crawling on me. Love that feel. Yeah. I also have like a lot of stories about my friends being done with their PCs. I've met a lot of people, but I've never met anybody who is so dumb that they would actually, you know, forget to thermal paste their stuff. So they've just been running it dry and wondering why their PC is like dying. When I'm just like looking at them like, hey, when did you thermal paste this thing? And they're like, what's thermal paste? I know a lot of people have been there before. A lot of us don't remember. Hey, how were we at the beginning and stuff? But I got taught how to thermal paste, and it's literally super easy. A lot of people don't know that you also should re-thermal paste your GPU at some point. Also, opening it and cleaning it out from the dust is also a good idea. Because sometimes you have a massive dust buildup within GPUs. That is not good. Could you stop doing that, camera? Please? That's weird. Why would you do that to me? Good grief. I feel like I've moved that a tiny bit so that it's having a harder time actually tracking me a bit. Hold on. Can I... Gonna quickly just do that and then... Oh. It's fine. It's fine. Whew. I moved it a tiny bit. A tiny bit. It's now better. Hopefully. Shouldn't do that thing where it just mysteriously flashbangs me out of nowhere. I moved a base station, that is. Oh. I feel like my body is doing the thing again. Yeah, it is. Hold up. Let's see, can I? Perfect. Fixed it. Yeah, I'm still running the old Haratora wireless, so it's not perfect tracking, but it's more than good enough for me, for my purposes, considering how much I move as well and just do things. So it works nicely, long as I don't stay still for too long, but it's been mostly fixed with the newest update that they did for the firmware and everything else, so all of these are working better. But of course, the newest trackers that they have is still better than the older ones. And as soon as I get a job, I'm gonna save up, get my PC parts together, get myself the new trackers, and then be like, yeah, I'm also gonna move the fuck away from this house. That's gonna be good. We're gonna figure that out as soon as we actually have the funds and everything else for that. Just like the old days. Waiting for the buddy to eat all his stuff and then just realize how his computer explodes when he tries to launch VR chat. Hold up. I'll have a message from them again, I think. Oh, no, that's Barbara. No, that was another buddy messaging me about. Apparently the horror production in War Thunder is getting removed. For whatever reason. I don't know why. So this is an issue that I am running into. You see my finger? It's currently down. It's holding the trigger down. I am not holding it down. Now I'm touching it. Now it's fine. Huh. I think it's just like the sensor gets stuck. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I just moved it here and then it just did that. I was like, sensor gets stuck and then... Oh yeah, it's the spring. That has to be the spring underneath it. It's not like properly pulling it up. It's also detecting my finger from way too far. Ah! So the sensor is activating too early. So it thinks that my finger is down, even though it's not. Okay. Mysterious things that I'm discovering. That's really mysterious. Anyways. Ruby, where are you? Where's my buddy? Where is my friend? I swear to fucking God. Do 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 do. It's got 10 minutes. We're on the clock. Ruby, Ruby. Wasn't my friend a picture pizza? Boop. Get pizzaed. That's gonna be my thing now. I'm just gonna send random people pizza boops, just like pizza. I've been booped back. That's a lot of Mikus. Funny as all hell. Yeah, I know. I'm boring as all hell when I'm just like actually not doing anything. I'm just like filling the time and air by just talking about random shenanigans and shit just to, you know, get through it because I'm waiting. Because I'm always the one who's just like here just like way too early every time. I do that every single fucking time. I just get on early and I'm just like, wee! Like, wee! Always here. I just don't know. I would prefer to be on time, like, before time. What's it called? You have on time, beforehand, and then late. I think it's beforehand. I like to be beforehand. What the fuck is that? That's a dog. Okay. Interesting. Hey, that actually showed up on camera this time. Hell yeah. Sometimes it doesn't show up at all, and sometimes it does. And every single time I see it, I'm just like, is it gonna be something heinous? Am I gonna get murdered for this? And blip. Also, one of the fish people actually commented last time that it was definitely their fish world. Their fish kind. And I was like, hell yeah. Love that. Freaking Kunk and his world. And a lot of other things. I just like that. They're online. I have an idea. I have a funny idea. Damn, this one doesn't have the thing. I'm sad now. What the fuck? I have fingers. What the fuck? Well, that's interesting. Now I'm gonna go back to being the rhombus that hurts my eyes. Whoa! Why's the camera so low? Sometimes I feel like it's actually like, I don't know. I was thinking it would be fun filming like some kind of a thing, like just doing random things where I would use the dolly system and actually start figuring that out on stream. To like use a certain wall just to put them into like different corners of the world. I use them like a thingamajiggy. I'm gonna lag out, ain't I? Tickle, 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 tickle. Where's your mic?
I ate it.
Good
I got
job.
hungry.
You got hungry again? As you should.
Yeah, I just finished eating food. I saw my microphone. I'm like, you know what? Snack.
Fucking brilliant, mate. Just fucking yum 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 yum.
Nom, 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 nom.
Hell yeah.
I love knowing my microphone. Excuse me.
Why are you on the floor? That's my job.
Huh?
That's my job to be on the floor.
Screw you.
Hey!
Oh, I bumped my hip tracker.
Good job. You're on the floor again.
My play space is off. I don't care.
Can't be bothered. I know that feel.
That requires me bending down and putting my controller on the ground, resetting it, picking it back up. That's too much effort.
Oh yes, I love that. You have to do a controller thing. Meanwhile, me, I have to put my entire headset onto the fucking floor.
Me no. Not with OVR advanced settings.
I tried that, but my Steam VR says no. And then I start stuttering up and down like crazy if I do that.
That's new and weird.
Gotta love that. Feels good to be back in the office, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm still concerned as to why there's mustard on my donut.
That's not mustard, though. That's like nougat.
Yeah, but it looks like mustard.
You're welcome.
That would be the third donut I've eaten today.
And won't be the last.
Nope, they're still frisbees.
Nothing has changed here. It's still the same place as always.
Nope, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed except for the amount of alcohol bottles.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was me. I got stressed.
The fuck you drinking my alcohol for? I'm the one here solo!
Oh, I was drinking it because I saw it was in the mini fridge, and I'm like, tasty.
You have a mini fridge?
I may have eaten that.
Rumi!
What? Okay, to be fair, the office was empty. There was no one here. It was making a funny noise, so I thought I was being useful.
This is why I can't leave this guy alone. I'm surprised you made it back from your trip in one piece.
No, I left my legs behind.
Ah, true that. Fair enough.
Ah, shit, hang on. Yeah, I don't have any legs.
Dingus.
What did I just sit on? Oh, it's my cable. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
don't.
fine.
Just leave the cables alone. I'm already seeing the radiation and I'm feeling bad for my cable.
My cable's fine. It's a Vive cable. It won't break unless I look at it from a very specific angle and then hit it with a brick.
The sisters would like a word with you.
Well, yeah, obviously that's going to do something, but it's not like the index cable where you ever so slightly drop it on the ground and it just perishes.
And somehow,
Well,
when doing the
something stupid
jiggy,
like that.
it just works. This actually removes the radiation.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Why is your headset emitting radiation? Did you get the uranium special index?
It was from the Appalachian Mountains.
That
The
explains
Courier
things.
6 brought it to me.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
What's in here?
You don't remember?
Not really.
It's the forest, or the ruins. See, it's this place.
My feet are wet.
Yes. Yes, they are.
It's interesting to be back.
In this area, in this place, in this world.
Well, like back in general.
I get that feel. I can understand that.
Like back in your stream and being in VR chat and just kind of actually existing.
Being able to exist, actually have a convo with somebody who's not going to instantly start, dumping everything onto you and just causing issues, whatnot.
I mean, yeah, we can add that to like our conversation that we have today because oh boy, do I have some fucking funny stories.
Oh hell yeah.
And I have some shade to throw.
Woo! That's what the B-sides are all about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I've been having issues for apparently a while.
Bruh.
Okay, that was not the tracker's fault. I'm currently wearing track pads because it is freezing, and they like cover my tracker, but they're very comfortable, so I'm willing to let that fly.
Why aren't you wearing wool socks?
Oh, I'm wearing socks, don't worry.
No, but wool socks. Like those very cozy Christmas socks.
Texture issues.
Wear
I
normal
do not
socks
like
and
the
then the
feeling
wool
of
socks on
them.
top of them.
I'll just try and find them. The only other thing I have that's like kind of socks is I have a pair of thigh highs that I refuse to touch or acknowledge their existence.
Oh, what? Why?
They're really, really uncomfortable.
Huh. That's funky.
Because they're like, yeah, they're like thigh highs. Excuse me, yeah, I need to change my shirt. This is not working. This is not like my hip tracker.
Let me guess, it's covering your hip
So
tracker.
they go all the way up to your thigh. But the top of them is compression. So it just casually cuts off blood flow to the rest of my leg.
Yeah, because it's trying to like compress it so that it stays there.
Yeah, but the problem is, excuse me, stop trying to flash.
Brother literally went. Casually.
I got that curve in me.
I got that curve in me. Get the Kermit.
I thought people saying, oh, I got that dog in me, I got that tiger in me. I mean, I got that curve because my hip tracker fucking broken.
I got that rhombus. I got that parabola.
I got that I'm going in this direction because my track is in down.
I'm going to the back rooms, not the movie though.
The movie was good though.
I didn't like it.
Also valid. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I found it like here's the thing that I explained. The movie will have two responses immediately. One, if you already knew about the backrooms for the most part, it is most likely not gonna be as good as you think. If you knew nothing about the backrooms, it's gonna be much better than what you think.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Second, I thought the acting was kinda lackluster and nonsensical at points.
Okay.
Granted.
I do have to agree with you there. The acting was a bit mediocre.
Yeah, granted, it had stellar performances and whatnot, like the fucking I am a fucking architect and whatnot. Like that's okay, that's funny, but some of the reactions that the characters have to the moments just don't make sense. The chick running after the dude who got completely fucking mauled, butchered, and the blood everywhere. The chick trying to enter the fucking door afterwards after he sees a full fucking crime board of what is only known as a psychologically delusional shit instead of calling the fucking cops that there's a dude missing. And also she breaks and enters into the fucking place.
There was definitely some interesting aspects of the movie. One thing I didn't really like, but this is just something I don't like with the Kane Pixels version of the universe. I'm not a fan of the still lifes. I prefer the original monsters.
Fair enough.
I'm a big fan of the bacteria monster. That was cool. but the still lifes, that's not really my thing.
The
And
humans that slowly get
I was
deformed.
really wishing. Yeah, I was really hoping for like the smilers and stuff.
Honestly, I was expecting
Even
for
though I
something
know that
completely
that's
new.
just fan, but
Yeah, I was expecting that
I
he would have
figured
made
they would
something
probably
new.
keep to the Kane Pixels version.
Yeah, because that's the thing. The Kane Pixels backroom is meant for the people who enjoy, Kane Pixels version of the backrooms. Me,
Exactly.
if I'm going to look at a backrooms thing, I want to see something new about it. I want to see something that I don't know about it. Everything that I saw was basically just the rehash of the same fucking backrooms game over and 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 over again on fucking Steam and everywhere, and people never talk about anything else, and they always make the same fucking place. Show me something new. They could have dropped them off into a complete fucked up version.
One thing that I kind of wish they actually did with the backrooms was explore the possibility no entities. Focus on environmental horror.
That and just psychological because they were deranged.
Like, I like the theory that the story I read a little while ago of the backrooms, which is the longer you're in there, the more you lose your ability to think rationally. And so eventually you become part of the backrooms, and like every single wall is a person, or was a person, that had a conscience, hence why you can never find your way out, because the walls are actually sentient.
I like that idea. Plus, the whole place feels like a sensory deprivation chamber.
Yeah. So, like, the idea is like, as you're walking around, like, you're hearing voices, you're hearing what sounds like walking, but you're actually not. You're fully just hallucinating until you become one with the rooms.
Yeah, I feel like every time you
I'm
find...
like, focus on something like that, because it's interesting.
Yeah, and I feel like every time, like, the backrooms is shown and stuff, it's always the same shit, instead of, like, going through the possibility of doing something a bit different. For example, all the messages, the fucking stuff that is, strewn about, like, for example, broken chairs and whatnot, those are to break the sensory deprivation, because if you see the same shit over and over again as you walk, you're gonna go insane. So I feel like any message that you see or items that are strewn about are to... prevent that from happening because it snaps you immediately back and you're like, huh,
That's different.
yeah, because that like brings you back to reality, and then it starts slowly preying on that side because you're relying on it, so the backrooms become sentient. It starts tricking you.
Yeah, just do something a little bit different with the backrooms. Backrooms is also a really hard concept to get right, because obviously everyone knows it. Well, at least the majority of the world knows it. It's no longer like a niche sub thing. Yeah, everyone knows at least a version of Liminal. You're well aware of it, everything like that. Do something different with it.
Yes, and
Yes,
also, it's not liminal anymore.
Like level 1000 whatever of like the different backrooms things. I don't like that version. Screw that version entirely.
Yeah.
It's too complicated, too confusing, too convoluted. That's an SCP at this point. That shouldn't even be an SCP.
Backrooms literally is just SCP, though. It is just a fan make of SCP, and specifically for example, the staircase, or the alternate dimensions, the Red Sea object, and so on.
Like, do you know what I really wish that A24 specifically, because I like the way they do things. I do like A24 as a studio. Can they please make a movie of SCP-3008?
Yeah, that could be fun.
Of someone, like a casual, ordinary person who went in to just do their shopping and then get stuck.
Yeah.
And it's a whole story about them trying to survive, and they're like meeting the other survivors in there, and they're trying to get out.
Yeah, because there is a way out.
There is actually a way out.
Yes.
That's the interesting part about it, is there is a way out.
Yeah,
but
there's
it is
always
still
a way out.
classed as liminal.
Yes, but the problem that I have every single time when something says liminal is there shouldn't be anything there. As soon as you see something, it's no longer liminal.
Liminal is the feeling of emptiness. A liminal space should be like, look at like an empty Amazon warehouse. That's a liminal space.
Yes.
There's nothing there that breaks. And that's another issue that I've had with liminal spaces so far, is they're either overly cluttered or too many objects of interest.
Yeah. Liminal should not be that way.
That breaks.
Yeah, a forest can be a liminal space. It has exactly the things
Yes.
that are in a forest, but it's not cluttered. It is like that because it just got naturally made that way. The Infinite IKEA is not liminal because it is literally designed like an IKEA. It has sections. There's always sections. You know what to expect
There
when
is
you
a
go
word
there.
for it. I've just forgotten what it's called. But there is a name for it. It's not liminal. It's something else. Subliminal?
Subliminal is the like subconsciousness or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Not subliminal. But there is
Yeah.
an actual word for it being like empty but still like feeling full at the same time. But the feeling of emptiness while still being full. I can't think of the word, but
I
there is
don't
a
remember.
word for it.
Yeah, there is a word, but I don't remember what the hell it is. Regardless, I would have loved the Backrooms movie more if it had introduced something that I already didn't see.
I mean, it's also hard to do that with the reasoning of the people who are watching the movie are already Backrooms fans of either the Kane Pixels version or just the original
Yeah,
Backrooms idea.
or people who are just getting
and
into
so to throw
it.
something new in there would, yeah, to throw something entirely new into there would kind of be a little bit strange. But at the same time, I can see your point of it being like, it
Yeah.
got boring.
Because I'm not saying the movie itself is bad. I found it to be bad for me.
Exactly.
Because I was one of the ones who was like, okay, it's a Backrooms movie. What do I expect? What is it gonna do? It's gonna be based on Kane Pixel stuff. Alright. Is he gonna do anything new? No, he just played it safe. He basically was like baby's first introduction to Backrooms. With mildly terrible acting. Mildly,
You want to? Okay,
to put
I'm
it
gonna
there.
drop something here that genuinely infuriated me.
What?
So you know how the whole thing at the Backrooms is you no clip in and you can't really escape easily?
Yeah.
Why did the movie have a whole ass doorway into the Backrooms?
Yeah, and the dude just kept going back and forth.
Like the whole thing of the Backrooms, and I've read one of the stories that someone came up with. They fell off their bike and just passed through the earth. They had no idea how they did it, but they came out of a wall. And so their reasoning and logic was, let me just push back through that wall so I can get back to where I was. And he couldn't. It shut off. It was a rift.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, they just kind of, aside from the seagull that came through the ceiling at the start of the movie, it never showed anything no clipping in and out. Even in the original Kane Pixels universe, it has that. They just didn't do that in the movie.
Yeah, and not only that,
Like,
they
let me
have the
just walk
fucking
up this
whole
wall real
society,
quick.
whatever the fuck, the big ass research facility that is already clipped in there and has like locked itself there.
Oh, I think.
Yeah,
That's
I feel.
already a key integral part of Kane Pixels universe. He wasn't going to remove that.
Yeah, I know, but personally, I don't like that because that already removes a bit of the fucking whole Backrooms thing. Because at the same time, like they're trying to figure out what the Backrooms
Well-
is and whatnot and research it, and then you have these random Joe Schmoes who know more than the fucking whole thing.
True, yeah. I can see why that would ruin the perception of it.
Yeah, plus it once again it adds too much to the world.
I remember one of the other things about the Backrooms was you can't leave stuff in there.
Yeah, because it would just either get cut off or just assimilate it or disappear. Or move.
Yeah, it would just disappear.
Yeah, like
those,
the
when they
fucking
found-
furniture
when you
crab
found the
thingamajiggy.
backpack in the wall, that really irritated me. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, if this was the actual canonical Backrooms, that backpack would have ceased to exist because it's not an object of the Backrooms. Therefore, the Backrooms would have rejected it and taken it.
Yeah, something like that. Like, not throwing
Again,
shade or
that's kind
anything.
of going really far into the lore.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
This is Kane Pixel's universe.
Yeah, it's Kane
this is his
Pixel's version
idea
of it. Yeah, because it's his thing. He wanted to show his version of it, which
Yeah.
is the same as like if you have a Resident Evil film and somebody is like they want to show their own version of it. That's fine if it doesn't go off pre-existing stuff like a follow-up to like let's say RE4. If it's their own Resident Evil, that's
Exactly.
fine. Like of course people will be disappointed and will talk critically about certain points, but you should always take into account who was it made for? Kane Pixels was made for Kane
Resident
Pixels
Evil
fans. Yeah, the Kane Pixels Backrooms was made for Kane Pixel fans and people who were new and wanted an easy entry. without having to play the games.
And guess who were the only people throwing hands about the movie?
The ones who expected something different or weren't Game Pixel fans.
The people, in my experience, this is probably my own experience, the people who I have found that disliked the back rooms are the people that have been too involved in the level systems.
That too.
So specifically, this is leading into the games and stuff like that, where they've designed like, oh, you know, you've got level 1 to 999 that you have to work through to escape.
Yeah. A game has
Well,
to have
like
an
other
objective.
escapes if you can like fall or whatever, yeah. But that's the game universe and the theory universe.
Yes.
And obviously Kane didn't lean into that at all. In fact, he's entirely avoided it, which actually, thank you for that, because
He
that universe
explained
is too
it in
damn
a way
complicated.
where the deeper you go, the more the current version that you find, it's the same thing that you will find constantly, just gets distorted. That's how he explains it. It's not
Yeah.
like you just go into a whole different
That's what
place.
I like.
Yeah, you can find a whole different place. For example, he found his store in there. But for the most part, the backrooms is literally, you find that there was that one big fucking hole where you could see multiple layers of the same thing, but it slowly gets more and more cluttered or disorganized. That works the best.
And it actually shows that in the movie when it's showing like her old house, and then it goes down, and down, and then down, and it's showing that at the deeper you go into the back rooms, the more nothing makes sense.
Yeah, that's how
I
it's
like
supposed
that
to be.
actually. That is a cool thing to have.
Yeah, but here's also one of my biggest gripes. That somebody tried to use against me as an argument where they said that both the psychiatrist and the fucking furniture sales dudes were insane. One, you cannot be a psychologist or a psychiatrist if you're insane.
No, you cannot.
You literally
You
cannot
have a
be.
level mind.
Yeah, you cannot be literally a licensed therapist / psychologist. Oh well, now you can argue that, oh hey, it's an unlicensed one. At that point, that's just shit writing.
She wasn't unlicensed. You actually see it in the background. She has the certificates and everything.
Yeah, and she's taking pills and
That
everything
shows
else.
them.
So basically, she was completely a throwaway bad character, badly designed. Although, there is a funny thing where psychologists and psychiatrists have to visit other psychiatrists to get themselves verified, aka I like to call them the gaslight professionals, because they have to gaslight themselves to feeling that they're actually doing something. And be validated.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I didn't like as well is how much they kept throwing his wife's breakup as a topic subject.
Yeah, like...
That genuinely frustrated me. I'm like, this is so unnecessary. This adds nothing to either of the characters. And the only thing it kind of did was explain that he has anger issues.
Yeah, he has anger issues, but that could have been just shown in any other way. For example, him getting angry at any tiny thing, like something breaks, which he did fucking get angry at, or when he looks at the pile of papers that he has and he could get frustrated at that, or something else frustrates him.
Yeah. Like,
I know
there's
that there's
so many
certain
other ways to
anger
show that,
issues.
but obviously you had to throw a whole breakup sequence into that, and you're dealing with your emotions, and you want to stay in the back rooms. Okay. Why couldn't he just stay in the back rooms because he went there and suddenly he found a place of belonging?
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't actually belong there because the back rooms play tricks on you.
Yeah, and then he just kept going back and forth, and dragging other people in there and wanted to be like, oh hey, let's explore this thing.
I did like the fact that it kind of introduced the pool rooms.
Yes.
Because they're like a kind of integral part at this point in time.
That, and I love the fact that they introduced also the fact that somebody who's on a other place of the backrooms can see through a window, they can see you, but you're in a whole different area. I like that.
Oh yeah, that part
That
was
is cool. That is actually super cool. Because it explains why you hear knocking and
Like,
stuff
the-
sometimes, or somebody yelling at you.
Yeah, and it actually adds another thing there. Of she's alive,
Yeah. Or something is alive.
which is actually kind of cool. And then there's the people that are just calling it another still life that developed a voice box. I'm like, actually, that can't happen in the Kane Pixels universe yet.
Yeah, but it could be something else. But nobody knows. Only Game Pixel would know, and they can create their lore as they see fit. That's their fucking thing. That's the whole thing. Another thing that people forget is the fact that it's Game Pixel's thing. He can create as many lores and reasons as he wants, and it's completely fine for his version of it. There is no unified backrooms. There's just the unified setting. That's it.
Let's set this straight with the Backroom fans, and this might piss off a few of them. I kind of don't care. The Backrooms is a concept. You can build whatever you want to on top of a concept. And it's up to you to establish the lore, the story, and everything to do with the concept that you created on top of another concept. I don't get why people can't really embrace that, and they think that this version of something is like the only version, the true version. When this whole Backrooms thing originated from a picture of an old cafe, which the dude took a picture of because he thought it looked funny.
Yeah, and then it's a whole fandom thing. It's the same thing as why SCP does not have a singular canon. SCP is a full fandom thing. Everybody can make anything for it, and it is not, like, wrong. They do have rules, though. And if you don't like the rules of, said, like, how to create a proper SCP, whatnot, you can choose to go to another SCP group. For example, the Russian branch, which has their own canon and its whole own rules, or the Japanese branch, which has its own stuff, or something else. All of them have different things because, for example, like, let's say the SCP, the Smile Guy, for example, is not the same number in all of them, or doesn't function the same way. And neither does the relationships between the different groups. Yeah, for example, you have the Russian group in the normal SCP that everybody basically knows of, group. They're a nemesis. They're bad guys. In the Russian version, they are working hand to hand with the SCP Foundation to fight against the coalition, the occult coalition group, whatever the fuck. In the Japanese branch, however, those don't exist. They're completely different groups. And they also introduce their own custom SCPs, their own unique versions of them, or some of them don't even exist. Because, for example, in the Western version, the occult coalition group is just, they're dumbasses, they're idiots. Oh hey, anomalous chair, let me throw it in a wood chipper. Oh shit, now we're all dead. In the Russian version, anomalous chair, fucking don't do anything, get the fuck out. Japanese version, chair.
Yeah.
And they just ignore it because they don't know it's
some of the Russian ones, and I find the Russian ones to be infinitely more entertaining because they're so logical, and I love that. They're just like, whoa, there's a massive rift here coming out of a wardrobe that legitimately devours people. Let's not throw anyone in there and just leave it alone.
Yeah, because all of them work differently. The western side of the SCP Foundation that everybody knows of is too flooded with people. That's why we have the new fucking classes after Keter, which also, in my opinion, are stupid because everybody's trying to one-up one another. Well, originally it was just, let's create a new thing.
SCP fandom for so long.
Yeah, do not one-up.
It went from... So the SCP fandom, so I started in the SCP fandom, keep in mind, I've been reading this stuff since like 2016. That's how long I've been interested in this kind of thing. I've watched it go from funny haunted brick that floats for no good reason and provides no useful purpose, to now every single new creature created is world-ending or universe-ending. That's not interesting.
Yeah, and they don't have any interesting backstory.
I would much rather read about somebody opened a wooden box, found a random relic in there that paused time for them and only for them. For no good reason.
Yeah, it pauses time for them so that the world is paused, however they age rapidly while using it. That adds something cool to it.
Yeah, and I missed the point of, if you tried something, it had reverse effects.
Yeah, or
Nothing was free.
Yeah, or it wasn't ever properly explained. For example, the stairwell. The deeper you went, and they're basically in the official canon, there is no end.
Yeah, it's just the more you go down, the more things you hear.
Yeah, it's because the further they went, the more people died. They couldn't get to the bottom because all of the people died. Or it went insane.
I mean, the other one that I like, genuinely, one of the ones that probably creeped me out the most was the slide that if you went down in a very specific way, you just got stuck in a tunnel for no good reason.
Yeah, and you could either find somebody else's legs.
Everything.
Yeah, you could find somebody's legs there, for example, or something. You're somewhere deep inside the Earth's core. That's all they know.
Yeah, because they got one faint tracking signal for 0.2 milliseconds, and they were able to locate them before it went dead.
Yeah. And then there's all the other ones, for example, the radio station that keeps counting. And if you let the countdown finish, holy shit, a lot of people disappear or die. So they have to stop it.
Yeah.
They can't destroy it because that has catastrophic results, and that's the other thing. There shouldn't be a end-all, cure-all solution for everything. There shouldn't be a neutralization because, hey, it's too fucking dangerous. There's supposed to be an hour of mystery to leave it open-ended so people can create something like a game that has all of these things.
Is it 486 or something? The hard to destroy reptile. I love the hard to destroy reptile because it serves zero purpose except for the fact that it's indestructible.
Yeah, and extremely malicious towards everybody. He wants to kill everybody because he's fucking angry.
Yeah, it hates the world. It hates being tested on. They've found no way of calming it down, but it's immune to everything they throw at it.
Yeah, and now there's apparently a way to actually kill it again, multiple ways, and it's just like, that's boring.
No, it's more interesting if you leave it as a thing of, you just can't destroy it, you only just piss it off more.
Yeah.
Because that's all it was, and that's all it should be.
Yeah, it's more enjoyable when you don't know how something is to be dealt with. It's better that way. Good fucking grief, I hate this fucking cable so much. I really need a fucking new cable. This is really horrendous. Oh, I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. That's gonna fucking make a crunch sound, and next thing I know, it's just gonna fucking pop off and just explode and kill me.
Lovely, that's something about the next cable. Luckily, the AC is very slow, so you're fine.
Yeah. And
I've licked my VR cable before, don't question why, but I have.
yeah, and luckily enough, a friend said that they're gonna help me get a fucking cable so I can at least survive. But that's why I hate Dark Worlds, because I can see the radiation vision.
I am in dire need of a new bright controller. This one is so screwed.
Mine's still fine. Only this finger just fucks around a tiny bit, and when I want to prove that it fucks around, it just refuses. Could you?
So my top plate, just every single pin on there is broken now.
Oh no.
So it's currently held down by just double-sided tape. But I am fixing that tomorrow because I've got the stuff to fix it now.
Hell yeah.
Which is completely fine with me. I'll be fixing that tomorrow. The touchpad still doesn't work.
You mean the little touchpad that allows your thumb to do this?
Yeah, but I can also just pop my thumb on the buttons there, and it does the exact same thing. So I'm like,
I don't. What is the purpose of this other than to stop your movement so you can't move?
The thumb pad.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just to rest your thumb on it.
In VR chat. So yeah, resting your thumb on it will pull your hand to a default state. And what was the other thing? If you're using it for productivity purposes and in some games, it's used as an inventory system.
Oh, so it's like the scroll wheel.
And it will open your inventory, or then you can scroll down through your items and stuff like that.
Hold up. Does it work the same here? Hold up. Let's. No. Aw. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Not unless you set up custom binds and stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because on VR chat, the only thing that it prevents you is if you're like have a finger on it and you try to like move the stick, which how the fuck are you doing that anyways? It won't move.
Yeah. Oh,
which is
my
weird.
uni group chat is popping off.
Nice.
Someone's stuck on something. Who's
Oh,
doing
good
what?
grief.
Who screwed up? Wait, do one of y'all have realms? Ew, no. We play modded.
Fucking rounds.
No, realms.
Oh, realms. Ah, realms.
Yeah, like Minecraft realms.
Ah, fair. I'm still looking at some of the mod packs from Minecraft.
Like $20 a month.
Yeah, I'm looking at Minecraft a lot, and there's one mod pack I really want to get, which is the Armor Core one, but it's not finished.
No, that one's not finished yet. I've been watching the development of that one.
8 months of development, and only 3 mod packs have been released so far for it. You can use the mechs, but it's not finished.
I've been watching the DMC5 mod pack, adding every single weapon and every single piece of content from DMC5 into an official version of Minecraft.
Nice.
And it also will be scaling up things like the Ender Dragon to be like a demon dragon. So I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, should we go and like play pool or something at the same time while we yap about random shit? If you have any place you want to go, we can go there and just do that.
Probably.
Because we don't need to
I
stay
don't have
here.
anywhere in particular I want to go.
I mean, neither do I. I'm just saying
I
that
haven't really been doing a whole lot of world exploring.
I've done way too
I've
much
been
again.
Not really doing anything.
And I'll say this, the new worlds are kind of just fucking ass again. Again.
Yeah, I went to a couple of worlds the other night while I was waiting for my friend to get back to me.
Mhm.
And I ran into the same prefab at least 4 times, all with a different profile picture.
Yep, a lot of them have the AI generated thumbnails as well, which really pisses me off. I hate it so
I
much.
open up my social list at the moment, and it's like 4 friends in Popcorn Palace.
Social list, let's see. Let's see, how many people are online? 105, holy shit. Ecliptica. Alright, that's fine, that's cool as fuck. Popcorn, 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 popcorn. Virtual Tabletop, Wobblins, Digital Circus, Closed Beta for Operation Blackpoint, B Club, Shoegaze, Print Screen, Drinking Night, Furry Hideout, Basement Between Years. That looks like a nice... Oh wait, no, I've been there before, that's a cool world. Prismic, Great Pug, Avatar Testing Chamber, Fish, Bar Black, that's normal, it's every Friday I think that they're doing. Pillars of Salt. Infinite Night, Wii Sports Tennis. Huh. Fully functional tennis system. That's kind of cool.
Interesting. I would suck at that.
I like tennis when I played it.
I do like tennis, I just suck at it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I was just like thinking if we wanted to like play pool or if we wanted to go somewhere nice and just chat around there instead of, you know, staying in here if you don't want to be here.
We could always go to the pool parlor.
We could. Drop a portal. You already have it in front of you. Might as well go play some pool. Yip beep. Because now I can also do a funny thing, which is I can do this. Put the tunes on. 167 megabits. That's not too bad. Let me in. Thank you. Hell yeah.
For a hot minute.
Yeah, I haven't been here in a while either.
It still looks kind of like comfy, which is nice.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about this. I forgot you can actually adjust, like, your, How did I do that? Oh, it's up and down.
What'd you just do?
Up and down on your right stick, and it opens up a menu. You can choose your queue and everything from there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm opening a random skin.
Yeah, go for it. Wait, you can get a random
right
skin?
now. Yeah.
How the fuck did you get... Where did you get the random skin? Where was
It
it?
was just there.
What do you mean, just there? Huh?
Yeah, random queue, 1 of 5 levels.
Huh? I don't see it anywhere. What the frick? Am I stupid? I am stupid, probably. Ah, fuck it, whatever.
Why can I not join?
What do you mean?
Nothing popping up when I hover over join.
Actually, physically press it.
I did. Oh, here we go.
Dingus.
Oh, the slider is further down my finger.
Yeah.
I forgot I changed it.
Fuck the guidelines.
We don't need guidelines.
What do you mean kitchen? What does it say kitchen? Hey, yo, what's kitchen?
Poke it.
What does that do?
Nothing changed.
I don't see anything changed either. What do you mean kitchen? What does that mean?
Who knows? Well,
Who knows, indeed.
Like, way more fluid.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the camera like... That's a good spot. That's good enough. Oh my good grief. Moves so fluid.
These are fluid. I like that. And this is actually a fair challenge now because we're both on index controllers.
Yes, and this table is really smooth.
Is the pool parlor? If they fail pool, I'd be mildly concerned.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me the first time. But yeah. How was your trip anyways?
Wait,
You...
Am I solids?
Stripes.
No, stripes. Stripes.
Same rules
Sorry,
as
I
always.
forget my colours.
Yeah. But yeah, how was the trip that you had?
My trip? What do you mean my trip?
You went on a trip. That's why you were gone for yeah. That's why you were gone for ages.
Oh yeah, when I got isekai to another world.
Yeah.
It was very, very enjoyable.
Hell yeah.
We got up to way too much totally normal Australian activities.
What, like attacking magpies?
Attacking magpies, fist fights with kangaroos, totally, things like that.
Totally.
And,
Way too much alcohol. Yeah, that sounds about normal.
yeah, legitimately consumed far too much. I cannot recommend that to anyone. That was a terrible life decision. I only mildly regret it.
Mildly. Only mildly.
Only a tad. God, I haven't played VR pool for months. I suck at
It
this.
feels so weird. I haven't played in a bit because I've had nobody to play with. Because everybody's staying here and
I'm always down
fuck.
for a good game of pool.
Because everybody's just fuck. That's all it is.
Oh, but then you can only go to this line.
Oh, is that the kit? Oh, I'm guessing that's the kitchen rule.
Yeah, you've got this area, which is the kitchen. I kind of like that, actually. Makes the game harder.
Okay, fair enough. Works for me. But yeah.
What else? I mean, I've been really busy, like, just in general.
With uni and everything.
Because, well, obviously, I've started my level 5 deployment, so I'm getting I'm doing big smart stuff now.
Level 5 backroom stuff.
And I
Fuck.
finished my first level and got merit passes on some of those.
Nice.
Which is the highest, like the highest one you can get is merit pass.
That's good.
And I'm like, you know what? I'll take that. I'm not gonna get that without scratching. Okay. No. I'll skip that yellow one. You kind of screwed me up there with that placement.
Yeah, well, I screwed myself over.
Come on, don't lock it down. My aiming's good. I just can't do geometry.
I'm too accustomed to the great puck pool.
That thing's more. I find that one's easier because the ball.
It's
has a
so
really good
janky.
ride.
That's why I find the great puck. Fuck, I got
Oh,
yours
thank
in.
you.
Good grief.
You've found more balls than I have.
Yeah, not the first time. Won't be the last.
Valid.
That was a self-burn, but also just a flex.
Balls in my turn. Weird flex, but okay, pop off, I guess.
I'll pop something off. I'll pop off the cap of the champagne.
I popped something off. Fuck my hip tracker.
I'll pop something off. Oh, my back.
Oh yeah, my back likes to kill me on the odd occasion.
Phew. I'm gonna risk it.
You know, and other things as well. Like I've also been working. I got a fresh new title change from my job, which did not come with the pay raise, but just more responsibility.
Ah, good
Because
grief.
of course it did.
Hey, we want you to get promoted, but we're not gonna give you the money.
Yeah, so I did not get a pay rise. But I did get the responsibility of doing our highest tier of cleaning. Because I proved I could do it, and they're like, oh cool, you can do it. You get nothing from that.
Let me guess, you're doing like microbial scale cleaning now.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you had to wear the full hazmat?
Oh no, not full hazmat, thank God.
Okay, so it's not microbial scale.
No, it's still just like standard house cleaning, but I've been qualified for their highest level, which is called an L4.
Okay.
Basically, I get 2.5 hours to clean a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house.
Okay. Normally not that bad, but
And
depends on the people.
Depends on the people, but it's the actual time thing that you have to worry about because you are on a very strict schedule because you normally have a house to do right after, and we have a 5-hour cap. So if you go above that 5 hours, you are screwed.
Yeah.
And you will get written up for it. Let's see, can I get this? Does this work? No.
Nope. Almost.
It almost
Close,
worked.
but no.
Worked better than I thought it would.
Fuck you. I'm still gonna sink it.
You know what? I think I know
Fuck.
what it is.
What?
I'm using my dancing avatar. Let me pull out another avatar. Please pull my clothes on. Thank goodness. Just read
yes.
my height really quick.
Watching you load in slowly as your default state is probably something completely bad in front of the cam.
Well, to be fair, like I loaded into this one first,
Yep, you're fine.
so yeah, it's fine.
Yep, your titties were out though.
I'll just be a little short dragon.
Yeah, that works.
I can look up at chat now. They're now looking down on me.
Eh, good. Anyways.
Which, fair enough, I also look down on myself.
Seems about right.
Okay, why is my foot tracker there? Excuse me. That's not
Wait,
okay. You know what?
where did
Fine,
you put your
I
foot?
don't care. I got covered too long and locked.
Oh, fair enough.
Stupid foot trackers.
Seems about right. Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, just one of those ones out of there. Well, that blue one just went straight back to the same place, so that's useful.
How do I keep doing that?
That's the most consistent ball you're thinking.
Yes! The white. I keep singing the white. Because I'm bad, you know?
Yeah, I'm also bad. So that's fine. This will last us forever.
Yep. But you been reading any manga or anything else?
Been up to?
Me? I've been reading a shit ton of things and playing Abiotic Factor and stuff.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I've seen you playing that.
Yeah,
I would say I'm not allowed to say on Twitch what I've been reading, but let's just say
Yes, you
it's
are.
nice, wholesome manga about two lovers.
You're completely fine to say it. If it's like boys love, Yuri stuff, or romance, you're completely fine to say that. If it's straight up smut,
yeah,
that happens as well.
Oh no, it's a wholesome, very slow burn, Yuri.
Yeah, that's completely fine. You can completely say that on Twitch. Nothing's gonna stop you, considering the VR Chat's top category streamers all are wearing pasties. So I'm pretty sure you can basically say whatever the fuck you want to say. 100% win rate still.
That's it, done. Let's turn... I'm gonna turn off kitchen.
What does
No
say ranked?
guidelines. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Right. Time to completely miss my shot and die of embarrassment.
In front of a live studio audience.
I'm used to that. Okay, that was actually a really clean break.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've been just playing a lot of Abiotic Factor with Mochi, Haldi, and bunch of others who pop in every now and then, like Jelly, Shiroi, Godfrey. We've been having a blast playing that. It's been great because I got stuff to do like basically outside of VR chat for the most part. So I ain't playing just War Thunder and losing my cock and balls there.
Ah, valid. I mean, like, I've also just been playing, like, sinking time into Power World.
Yeah, we had a
the
whole
same
server
time.
going with a bunch of people, but they sped ran it too fucking like much. So now we're at the point where everybody's just basically burned down, and even I don't care to play Power World at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I'm playing it by myself. I can take it at my own pace.
Yeah,
It's actually quite nice.
it wasn't that bad, but the fact that when people were speedrunning that much, it removed all fun because people weren't building like these bases and stuff where it's like slowly grows and helping one another out. It was instead, oh, who can reach the end the fastest, and it's just like, that gets boring real fast.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that
I forgot
gets
we can
boring
jump shot.
quickly. Yeah, you can jump shot.
Yep, you can jump shot now. But yeah, other than that, I've been just reading a bunch of things. One of the ones that I recently started reading is Dark Mage's Return to Enlistment.
Oh, mine's just called, The Night of the Moon.
Yeah.
Because, like, one of the characters is like, a moon goddess.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch. I also started reading The Fable, The Third Secret. Which is about
I've actually heard of that. That rings a bell.
Yeah, because it has the anime, The Fable. And also a live-action movie. It's about the dude who's super good at killing and stuff, but he's also very fucking weird. And he always likes to sit in his apartment nude with a parrot on his shoulder.
What a vibe.
Yeah, he's an actual funny dude, and he loves watching this TV show. I forgot what it was called, but it has a dude called Jackal as the main character, and he's such a fucking bad character that it's funny. His romance comedy is basically just, he has a
Bad
friend
character.
who basically dates every single girl at every single different days, and Jackal's wife is one of them, and I think it was like, she's the Sunday flick, and then Jackal's just like, leave my wife alone, and the dude is like, no, I can't, but I can move her to being my Tuesday chick instead. And it's really freaking funny. Yeah. It's a really funny read, but I feel like the Dark Mage's Return to Enlistment was even more funnier, because it tells about this dude who was stuck in another world as a Dark Mage, aka treated like complete garbage, but he's like super freaking, like, he's basically as a plague upon society there. And he fulfills his promise at the very beginning of like killing all the fucking demons and stuff, so the hero gets all the credit, and he finally gets his wish to return home. And the goddess is like, hey, do you really want to return home? Or you could stay here and you could, like, you know, become like a top dog and everything else. And the dude is like, top dog my ass, you only feed me biscuits and shit, like rations. And so the goddess is like, okay, I'll send you back home, but I'll take away your powers. So when she unlocks the leash on the dude, he instantly backstabs her by basically forcing the portal open with his own powers, jumps through it, and gives the middle finger to the goddess, ending up back in Korea in his own apartment because he wanted to play Dungeon Power Fighter on his fucking PC. He still has his powers though, but they're extremely weakened. And then his internet doesn't work, and he runs into a group of soldiers and gets enlisted immediately. Because he's that age that he has to join the military, and now he has to serve in the military, and he's just like, oh, good
like
grief.
The 21 age.
Yeah, but the funniest part is, he loves being in the military because the training there isn't that tough compared to what he had to do in the other world. So all the other dudes are just like, this is hell, and he's like, oh hell, this isn't that bad. All the other soldiers also, they have stats and stuff, so it's not like a case where he's the super uber powered like character. Instead, he literally cannot use his powers properly because he doesn't have a way to regen his magic, because he uses dark magic. Or chaos, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it was chaos.
Right.
And the only way to get that is by absorbing it from demons who have demonic energy and stuff. But those don't exist at the point. So all he has left is literally just the fact that he's a muscle mage.
We love a good muscle mage.
Yeah, and all the other characters, they have stats and stuff as well. And if he uses powers, another problem is, he doesn't want to reveal that he has skills, because if he has skills, the entire world will pay attention to him and he can't play Dungeon Power Fighter.
That's what unemployed be like.
He literally is. He's completely unemployed. He just wants to live like that. And then
He's
another...
just a chud.
Yeah. But he also has a power to, like, call plague and stuff. later on in the story, but he can't use it because otherwise Earth gets destroyed. He doesn't want to destroy that because he wants to... He's only serving in the military in order to save the world so that the Dungeon Parafighter company can start updating the game again in peace. It's still my turn.
Didn't realize he sunk.
Yeah, not a lot of people notice. And it's really freaking funny of a read because he's just like a complete dingus and all the other dudes are just like, why are you doing this? We want to enlist you for the special task force and everything else. And he's like, can I play internet games? I lost.
And you sunk the black bolt.
Yep. I'm that good. I'm goated. And they try to enlist him for the Hunter Special Task Force, but it has only a singular restriction. You cannot literally use the internet freely. So he's just like, no thanks. And they're like, why? Because I can't play Dungeon Fighter. And they're like, are you really giving up everything? It's just so because you can't play this one video game. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And they get super butthurt about it. And yeah, they try to fucking bully him into joining them, but he just decides, nah, nuh-uh. And his
I will be right back. I'm just gonna change out of this shirt because it's driving me mental with my hip tracker.
Go for it, man. Good grief. Meanwhile, I will see if I can make this cable a little better. Don't know what I did for it to be a lot better earlier. There was something I did. Somewhere. Somehow. I do not know what I did though. How did I make it so much better at one point? What was it? What did I actually do? That's like super bad now. Didn't they have it like elevated in a weird way? That worked a bit? Really? That's the solution? No way. Nah, that's not the solution. Wait. No. Ow. Okay, that's even worse now. Can I? Is there a way that I could just move it a tiny bit so that it just stops being this way? Now it's like really bad. No, that doesn't work. Do I really not have a way to fix this? Hold up. It's bent there. No, that's like really bad now. I'm trying to see if there's a spot where I could just like lock it, basically. And maybe that could help it out a tiny bit. No, that just won't work. Come on. Come on, cable. Work with me here. This radiation vision is really infuriating. Maybe if I put it like there? Like that? Oof. Sweaty as all hell. Fuck it. I'm just gonna let it be like it is. Maybe I can fix it some other way. Hello, what's up, round meal? How you doing? How's things going for you? I'm waiting for my buddy to come back from changing his shirt. How you doing? Good grief, it's so fucking warm. I could. Did my radiation vision get better? Nope, it did not. Fucking hell. It's still bad. Oh, but how's things going for you? You found a 3D print for your PS4 VR that lets you attach tiny fans on the inside of your headset so you won't sweat as much. Oh, fuck yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, I've only found that for the Index, there's only that front thing that you can attach a fan to. I found out that my headset doesn't cause that much heat. It's just the fact that my room is just warm because of my PC. And my ceiling fan isn't that good. Well, it is if I actually put it up one more level, but I'm just I can't be bothered. Because I can't have it on constantly, otherwise I'll get a massive migraine. You can have 4 fans in your headset. Oh my god, that's like a turbine going out, just... Could you imagine? Hold on, let's make... Where is it? Imagine that this would be like your VR. Imagine having the fans all in the front as a front plate. That'd be really freaking funny. If you literally put them right here. And then it would just cover your whole face, just... There was a design I saw at one point for somebody who made, you really don't care about noise, you wear plugs anyway, yeah. Hello, Rumi.
Oh.
Nice titty grab you did.
Ah.
There was...
Well, thanks for grabbing my overlay.
There was a dude that I saw at one point. He used a respirators style mask. The ones that you have those filters for. And he swapped the filter part of it with fans. So he would get cool air blown in. Which was really freaking cool.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Anyways. Back pocket. More pool?
Pull.
More pool. Whee! Could put you right there. Actually, no. Lower! Zip! That's better. Standard physics? Huh? What do you mean standard physics? Can I...
Still longer advanced.
Well, damn. Anyways. Give me that.
Okay, no one needed physics anyway.
Hello, when I tell stories. You go grab food, but keep talking, you got wireless headset. Yeah. Alright. But there's other mangas and manhwas that I've also been reading. One of them that I still am waiting to get updated is something called Hidden House in the Apocalypse.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it tells the story of, there was this dude who's called the Professor. Your turn. And he was part of the hunter organization where they were hunting the monsters and stuff, so he wanted to learn more about the monsters and everything else. And he did not have any special abilities. He's not an awakened like the others. He's literally just a normal Joe because he's part of the first generation of them. But before when he got finally out of the military, so he didn't have to stay there, he decided to build a bunker for himself because he was part of a group of people on a message board called Viva Apocalypse. So he believed that the end of the world would come eventually, and, well, surprise, surprise, it did because there were monsters and stuff. But it didn't come because of the monsters. No, the end of the world became because of nuclear weaponry and stuff.
Ooh.
So, the monsters existed, nuclear weapons existed and everything else. The militaries blew themselves up. This is once again set in Korea, because these are all manhwas, which I very much like reading. And so he started living out of his bunker. And he had set up all sorts of stuff in there to be safe and stuff. But the most prominent feature of his bunker is the fact that he has the toilet right in the middle of it so he can look at the entrance. His toilet seat is literally smack dab in the middle of the room. Comparatively, his toilet seat is right here, looking at the door.
That seems like a really inconvenient place for a toilet, but that's just...
It's his throne, basically. He's an eccentric dude, and one of his favorite things to do is troll on the fucking, message boards, because he's known on the message boards as Skeleton. Not skeleton, but skeleton. And the way he speaks is just, skeleton, and he always speaks in the third person there. But
I hate when people speak in the third person, it drives me mental.
Yeah, but he also is a funny dude because he tries his best to just survive and just, help out others because he knows a lot about the monsters because he served in the military, but nobody will take him seriously because he's a fucking troll. But he's genuinely a nice dude at the same time. He just wants to live on his own and survive. And one of the funniest things he also does is he starts beatboxing because it's his, it's quote unquote his special talent, and he's extremely shit with it. And of course,
talent is making obnoxious noises with my mouth.
yeah, and he's such a funny character, and all the things that he has to go through, he goes through so much bullshit because he tries to avoid getting in with the military or anybody else because he just wants to be with it, like live on his own in peace. So he even had the constructors who he hired, a private firm and everybody else who were kind of shady because he didn't want any official like documents left about his bunker and stuff because of course people will use that to raid other people and their supplies. So one of these people actually comes back to raid him, but they didn't know he made a decoy bunker. So Skeleton ambushes these guys, and one of the guys is just like, no hard feelings, Skeleton, I'm going to fucking kill you for the sake of my own daughter. And Skeleton is just like, I won't hold anything against you, and just murders the dude in cold blood. And next thing you know, the phone rings, and it's the dude's fucking daughter, like, calling him. And Skeleton's just like, well, fuck, and just leaves the phone there. Good grief. It was, like, really dark, but he also, like, found a mutated dog that was in really bad shape, and he's like, this is a monster. I know this is a monster, but still. He starts helping it out a tiny bit, and turns out this mutated dog helps him out for quite a while before returning to its, like flock and stuff. And it ends up coming back multiple times in the story, doing random shenanigans, but it does end up dying. There's even a point in the story where the creator, so the creator of the Viva Apocalypse board is a dude known as John Memon, which is a funny little play on John Lennon. He's also known as Melon Mask because he wears a melon mask. And this guy, he fled to space. And now he's stuck there.
As you do.
Yeah, he's trying to basically survive there. He had a massive crew of people, but then somebody got infected and they started slaughtering one another there. So Skeleton has to help them out, and one of the things that they do is they establish live streaming on the platform, but it's only for a select few. So when Skeleton audits himself to try and become a live streamer, of course the first thing he does is beatbox. And the fucking person who's auditing him just goes, you know what, fuck off, and just banned him for a week. But he does end up saving John Lennon. Which was really freaking funny, and then he gets returned back. But he had to prove that he was the professor. So he had to take a massive risk. And everything else. It's a really good read. I highly recommend reading it. I'm skipping over a lot of the portions of it. And there's a lot of interesting things. Because the dude, once again, he's just the dude. He's not overpowered. He doesn't have super special abilities. He only has knowledge on his side. And that's the most valuable thing you can have in an apocalypse scenario, is having knowledge. And there's a few more that I've been reading, one of the obvious ones being Yanni Neko, the chain-smoking cat.
I've been wanting to watch the anime of that.
Do
really
it!
Funny.
It's not censored at all.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's completely... You can watch it in popcorn. It is 100% uncensored, and it contains everything so far that they have shown in the manga. Even the questionable scenes of the landlord and his mighty meat rod.
Oh.
It's really fucking funny. Also, there's a lot of piss jokes for some reason.
That sounds alright.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like, all of the freaking characters are super really funny in it. It's been something really nice to watch and read at the same time. And I've been introducing it to a lot of my friends, and they're all just been like, what the fuck are you reading and watching? And like, peak. Because all they do is watch harem shit. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw you. Here's Yanni Neko. And of course, there's also Girls Last Tour, which I've been rewatching. That's one of the comfort animes that I like to watch, along with Kino no Tabi, or Kino's Travels.
Ah.
Imagine having two dinguses on a motorized military like bike thingamajiggy, basically, just driving through the apocalypse, like this mega structure, and trying to get like food every day and rations and stuff. And they're both just dumbasses. Yeah, they're really adorable as well. I love it. I love the art style. Their faces and everything are just so basic. Damn it. That didn't work. It is absolutely something that I would recommend anybody to watch when they want to get into a good mood, because despite some of the heavy themes that they have, they show it in a way where it's extremely funny and, you know, not that bad. Because at the end of the day, the story is about, you know, the world ended. It's the girl's last tour, basically. And they meet a few other characters who are... Holy shit, that would have been peak if that went in.
That would have been really fat, Dave.
Yeah.
I would have called you a god at pool if you got that.
What's the name? For the anime? Girl's Last Tour, Zoe. It is a fantastic watch. Also a good read if you can find the manga. Damn it, I fucked up. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I can't recommend it more. It is one of those comfort animes. Kinda like, there's this one other anime called Akka 13. ACCA,
I know that one.
and number 13. Which tells about the 13 provinces of the kingdom. I forgot what the kingdom was called, but there's a lot of bread involved in that fucking anime. For some reason, they love their bread. The music is super nice. Oh, it tells the story about a corruption inspector, basically. An inspector who audits all of the places in the government to prevent corruption. And how he has to go through all of that. Bink. Easiest shot and I fucked it.
Okay.
Because this pool table is magical. If you find the manga, you're going to read it first. Oh, you see? Yeah. And, oh yeah, it's Akka 13 Territorial Inspection Department, and the dude goes through all the different provinces and stuff, and some of them are really, really, really freaking beautiful. It is so good. The music... How's my day been? It's been good. It's been really good. At least so far. It's basically barely started, and I'm here with Rumi and catching up with them finally.
Been a little while.
Yeah. And now we're basically playing... Motherfucker! Hell yeah. But there's been a lot of like manga and shows that I've been like going through and manhwas. I'm still waiting for a singular manhwa to get updated called Wild West Murim. It's one that I will gladly yap about, because imagine a story where America was not founded by the Americans, but instead the martial artists of East Asia basically made it there first. So you have the natives, the Indians and stuff, but then you also have like the Chinese, the Japanese, and all these people with their dynasties and stuff like there and practicing martial arts. It is so nice because the main dude, this is something that they don't really establish immediately. The main dude ended up in that world somehow. He doesn't know how, but he was a big nut on like reading all of these like novels and stuff about like martial artists and stuff, and how they were super good at like their things. You know, these basic history novels. You have like Lubu and all the Romance of the Three Kingdoms and whatnot. And so he ended up like slowly practicing the same things as he got turned into that world. And he's just a wanderer. He doesn't join any affiliation and stuff. He just wants to see what the world looks like and what's going on in the world. Wow. Holy shit. Lock the fuck in, Rumi.
I can't lock in. I can't lock in. I'm locked out, and the keys are inside. Please help.
I can't help you there. Like, the main characters of all of these are just like dudes who are just trying to live their life and just having a good time. I don't know why that seems to be my main theme when I'm going into these. It's just like bro characters just doing their things. Or goofy scenarios. Ooh, nice. Thank you. There's also this extremely old manga called Crows, which I enjoyed reading through. It had a live action, if I remember correctly, which was I'm really into anime and manga. Yeah, I am. It had a live action, if I remember correctly, with a series known as High and Low. I think it was called High and Low the Worst, and they featured the skinheads Hosen High, if I remember correctly, from Crows. But then there was Crows X the Worst as well, which features Suzuran, the school, with the delinquents and everything else. And then there's a 2-part anime OVA, which I absolutely enjoyed the anime. It was really fun to watch it. But it has a spin-off manga called The Worst Gaiden Zeton, which is one of the students actually became a teacher. And he's the worst teacher, and his job is basically to get rid of the worst class in the school, but he actually is a good teacher. And the only reason he gained the name Zeton was because they had a gym teacher who was basically with a specific name. I forgot what it was. I think it was an Ultraman reference. And Zeton, aka the fucking teacher, ended up beating the gym teacher and got his nickname back in school. Do I also make series? Read in my... What? Do I make series? Read it in your boat? What? Sorry, I don't get that sentence.
Oh, read it in your about. Like, do you write your own stories?
I did. I used to write a
so
few
we both
stories.
had that.
Yeah, there is still technically a story that I am writing, but unfortunately I haven't gotten anywhere within the past 15 years.
You want to know a funny thing about me?
What?
I used to write SCP stuff.
Yes, you've actually told me that.
I used to be one of the contributors on there. I used to write stories based around the scientists who were doing the tests on the objects in the SCP universe. I was not creative enough to write any of the objects or anything like that, but I could and would very much love writing the stories about the scientists who would either go actively insane testing these things, or they couldn't actually figure out what to do with the object.
Yeah. I don't know how I would describe the story that I was writing.
Right.
Yeah, they are. I've read some of the stories regarding the doctors. There's a lot of the characters themselves that people just like reading the stories about, and how one of the doctors is basically immortal because he inhabits a new body thanks to the necklace he has.
Oh, what's his name? Doctor,
I forgot his name as well.
No, I forgot his name.
It's fine.
But I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the story that I wrote, it's hard to explain what it is, but it's more of like a... How the fuck do I explain a story that is so batshit insane that even I'm confused on what the fuck it is anymore?
That sounds about right.
Basic premise is, the world ended basically in the Third World War. A massive anomalous storm raged across the entirety of Earth, except for a small little island that is literally the size of this pool table. Basically, barely 2 people can stand on it. But because of the anomalous storm that surrounds it, that little island now expands infinitely inwards and can host the new humanity in it. Which are basically just mutants, or half-humans. Animated? No, I don't... I write. I don't animate. I'm not a 3D artist. What?
That's me, but I also don't do animation.
Yeah, I would like to make it into a actual, like, animation, but it's way too hard. But the biggest thing is, this story has rules. And I don't mean like as in a story writing rule, I mean as in every single part of it, once it enters a new area, has different rules, almost. One of the key rules is the island has specific areas that you cannot traverse without having either a established path or somebody watching you from an established point. So even locations can change parts. Why don't I make it? Because I don't have the skills for it, nor the money or funding or anything else. Simple. I'm not that talented. Had I gone into SFM, I could have probably made it, but no. I'm not that talented. Yeah, it's basically reality that way. All it boils down to is we don't have the funding to do that, which would be nice if we did, but we don't. Besides, if I had that funding, I would probably do something else.
If I had that kind of funding, I would probably buy a house.
Same, somewhere in God knows fucking where. Just a one-story building. And just live there calmly and enjoy my time. But I don't like talking about my story anyways because I keep getting confused on where the hell I am in it for the most part because I just go everywhere in it. Rumi, you fucked up.
No, yeah, I did. But hey, to be fair, it was close. Just one ball.
Yeah, it was close. Had I not fucked up the last 2 matches.
Hey, that's not bad though. I'm getting
It's not bad.
better.
Yeah, you are,
As someone who
slowly.
hasn't played pool for months, I am improving.
I mean, you're doing better than the other dudes who play here every fucking day and basically are at level, what, 300, 400, and I still beat them with a 100% track record. So far, you've been the only one who's been beating me. Let's just go with...
Let's see what I get from this random gamble.
Why didn't you just go to animation series and because the way that the characters are portrayed is through minimal explanation. I would rather leave it up to a lot of people's, you know, stuff for them to figure it out. It's nicer that way because then people can, you know, imagine it themselves. There is explanations, of course, like, for example, giving the colors or the type of clothing that they wear. But for the most part, it's literally just, oh, hey. It's just this. Oh. Oh, so that's how you get the random queue. Okay. I now have a Empyrean queue. This looks pretty cool. Oh, that's the timer, how much you have.
No, we're not doing times.
Yeah.
Collision off.
That'd be... What does that even mean with collision off?
It just means you can't walk into the table.
Ah. Ah, fair enough. You put them in my book poster? Do I have a book poster? No, I don't. I literally write these in fucking MS Word. That's what yours looks? This is what mine looks.
Kinda cool.
Yeah.
I prefer yours. Give me yours.
No, mine. Oh, why not? Because I just don't. I literally write these in Microsoft Word. I used to write in actual like paper and everything else, but then I decided no, because nobody can decipher what the fuck I'm writing.
I write on AO3.
I write on your forehead. Besides, if I would write now, I would let's use graffiti. Or rather, a very specific graffiti writing style, which would confuse people further. I don't know how to write normally anymore.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
post it?
I forgot
Not
to
anymore.
mention the other thing that I used to write. I am a fanfiction author.
Yes, you are. Who? Go figure.
Surprise. Actually,
go
no one is
figure.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah. I
was
used to
doing
post it.
No, I was doing AO3 and Wattpad for quite a long time. For just random characters that I thought were mildly amusing from books and movies.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean,
I've always
fanfics.
enjoyed the more creative side of writing and designing and stuff like that. Not
Yeah.
talking about whole universes, but writing in a pre-established universe has always been really fun for me.
I mean, fanfiction is a good way to get yourself established because you can then actually write a intriguing story, especially in a set universe, based on characters that might not even be established.
Or adding
I don't wanna.
emphasis or like a fan fiction to a character that exists in the universe, but it's like a background character, spinning off their own story and lore. That is so much fun to do.
Yeah.
I love working with blank slate characters.
Yeah. And also, I just don't want to post my story anymore. I just don't feel like it. I'll post it when I feel like it. Because a lot of the time when I read it myself, I'm just like, alright, but it's not done. And I don't want to fucking leave it on a cliffhanger for 5 years.
Be like those AO3 authors that are like, sorry, I got hit by a bus, sorry for not updating it for 2 years.
I don't want to do a Berserk situation where Guts is stuck on a boat for 15 years.
Yeah.
Plus, I can't guarantee that the story will be as good, because it is my story, my thing, and what I want to write is what I want to write. I used to write shorter stories as well. There was a story called, what was it, The Last Light, which is basically set in an area where the dude was on an evening walk outside, and when he walked up the garbage heap that was like nearby his home, this old garbage dump, he looked over at the city, because he could see the city from there, and saw this huge flash of light. And next thing he knew, there was nobody else anywhere. It was just him, in a world where time flowed differently, but it was still his own world. But everything was stuck, looping, at a specific time. But time only flowed outside when he was inside an apartment. So when he walked inside a building, the weather outside changed, but time didn't actually flow. It would always repeat the same exact time. So let's say a machine gets supplied with, for example, snacks at like 23:00. If he empties that machine, after a few more seconds, the machine goes back to what it was at the beginning of that and would get once again filled. And then it would reset to the point where it was before that and then get refilled again. So he could basically get infinite food out of that. So he had to go through the entirety of that world, figuring out what happened, why there is nobody else there, and he would find these radios and stuff that he could use to talk for a few seconds to somebody who was outside, who didn't witness that event. He was basically stuck in an alternate world where time didn't flow, but in the outside, time flowed. And they could interact with one another by, for example, placing an item at a specific time in a box nearby that he wasn't observing. The box would appear there, provided it was done in a certain way. And then he could pick up the item. But he could not give any items back to the people. And the items had always had to be in an enclosed box. Whoops. Because if they're not in an enclosed box, then the item will not, go to him. It wouldn't exist for him. And if the item is observed, it also wouldn't exist for him.
So it's kind of like Schrodinger's box.
Yeah. And the only way he could do anything is if he could just, talk through radios and stuff to people. But there was no guarantee he could ever get access to the same radio stations and whatnot, so he could talk to the same people over and over again. So anybody could basically pick it up. Even if he spoke to the radio, it could even go to somebody else's mobile phone. And that's how they had to figure out how to help him and how to get him out of the situation. But unfortunately, the story just ends with him being stuck. I never finished it fully. But I left it at a point where, did he actually escape or did he not escape? But if I had to say, he did not. Because in the story, it was never explained what the phenomena was. And that's the thing that he had to solve. Do 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 do.
Keep walking, man.
Yes. I mean, you have an easy shot there.
Not an easy shot.
Yeah, it is.
Not really.
What do you mean it's not an easy shot? It's the easiest shot ever. Just like this. Watch me.
Not to get in. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. See? Easy shot.
that almost worked. Was hilarious.
That's how it goes. Yeah, I also like reading other people's stories about like SCP stuff because it's just funny. Case in point, the Red Sea object. That is my one of my favorite like SCP stories. The fact that it is just dependent on the person who holds it, the color changes, and then when it put it on a like mirror and stuff, it would open up a portal to a different place. But it was completely based on the what was it, the crime or emotional state of the person holding it. And that sounds intriguing.
My favorite is still Hard to Destroy Reptile, purely because I think it's funny.
It is funny. There was also that little girl.
Literally just a reptile.
Yeah, there's also that little girl who befriends the Hard to Destroy Reptile, but I forgot what her name was, and the reptile fucking hates her. Because the reptile can't kill the girl. So she's just tormenting the fucking thing by just playing with it, thinking it's Mr. Lizard.
Oh, and also the tickle monster creature.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Is also friends with the Hard to Destroy Reptile, but the reptile adapted to it, so it's now immune to being ticklish, which also gave it immunity to any kind of tranquilizer for some odd reason, which I think is really, really funny.
Yeah. A lot of the other stories that are great are like, what was it? Oh, God, I forgot what it was, the story's name, but basically, the sun started turning people into the monsters. I forgot what that story was called.
Oh, that's SCP-0001.
No, 001 is multiple different SCPs.
Not that one? Yeah, but that's one of them, isn't it? It's like...
I don't remember. I don't think it was 001. To my knowledge, it wasn't 001. It was something else. But basically, the sun turns people into monsters upon direct contact. But in that story, the shy guy becomes a good guy. Because he finds a blind girl wandering the facility, and because she can't see him, he starts taking care of her.
Oh,
But
I like
ultimately, the story ends in a rather sad note where a monster breaks into the facility that is trying to like kill the girl. So the shy guy pushes the girl out, collapses the front of the facility, and goes outside and gets turned into a monster as well, and is now crying outside for the little girl, as the little girl is left blind inside of the facility, surviving on their own. A rather unwholesome ending for a wholesome story, but that's SCP for ya. And I feel like that's a good way to do an SCP story at the same time.
I still think one of my other favorite objects is the vending machine that can dispense anything.
Oh!
Oh no, sorry, the coffee machine.
The
that
coffee
can
machine,
dispense
yes.
anything. That one's good. I like that one.
Same.
So my thing with like the SCP universe is like, oh, it's an enormous object. Let's make it goofy as hell and really funny.
Yes. Because the goofiness of SCP is also one of the things that makes SCP fun.
So SCP was always supposed to be fun. It was, take as an example, it's a pool table. But what if 1 in every 8 shots just caused your ball to vanish into the void for no good reason, only to come back after another 4th shot? Just anything like that.
Or something
It's
random,
wildly
like the meat
inconvenient,
room.
Yes. Or what's the other like random object one? The telephone that when it rings, it possesses you for like 3 seconds for no reason.
Yeah, or the fucking chair that teleports you around, or the graffiti owl that feeds on people if it's not observed. Or if it's observed, sorry.
If it's observed.
Yeah, and it only appears in specific areas, and blocking that area causes it to get agitated and teleporting become even more dangerous. I hit that too hard. Fuck.
Like, just do mildly amusing things, because it makes the SCP universe infinitely
Yes, and that's how it should be. It's funnier that way.
Enough of this world ending. Oh, you looked at it for 2 seconds. Congrats, the world that fucked.
The world has
World
fucked.
ended.
Man, fuck your ball.
Your ball moved as not even a centimeter that way.
Bruh. My fucking ball. Come on. Good grief. But I like also sharing like stories from other people and like what happened in like VR chat or a video game and all these weird things that people find. Because there's a lot of good stories to be had from just people's experience in like, let's say, MMOs or RPGs. Or Fallout, for example. Or Skyrim, even. There's a lot of weird stories that people have made for these universes and their own custom things. And I think one of the best ones is still hearing about, like, a dude getting haunted in a old version of FF14.
How the fuck does that happen?
He was playing a old version of Final Fantasy XIV, the original version of the game, and there's a specific dungeon that you cannot access normally. And since the game is, you know, it's been updated, you can't play it, the old version or the old dungeon. But because he was using basically developer tools, because he had access to the old version of the game, he went into that dungeon. And there was something invisible following him around, moving around the dungeon and stalking him. And he could see it because every time he went past a, like, water, there would be something walking, like, on the water itself. So he could see the footsteps in the water. And it was really, really, really freaking, like, eerie. He was being chased across a dungeon by an invisible thing that made weird sounds and stuff. Good grief. Like, those are the kinds of stories that I enjoy a lot. There's also the Far Cry... Is it Far Cry 5? Which takes place in America? How'd you fuck that up?
Because I'm me.
How'd you fuck it up even further? You know, I'm gonna play it fair.
I'm gonna play fair, sings the Black Hole. Thank you, you ended that curse round.
Yes, it did. Ah, water.
You know what? I'm gonna spill my beef that I have with some people.
Go for it.
So, for the people who do not know, and if you couldn't tell already, I make my own avatars. I textured them, I make my own assets for them, everything like that. And I think I do a pretty okay job. I like them, I'm happy with them. So, one of my friends reached out to me. Why did I just get booped? That just killed my train of thought. Rude. One of my friends came up to me in VR chat and was talking about this new avatar base that he had bought, and he wanted to get a custom texture for it. Keep in mind, this is a very, very technical quadrupedal model that I have never worked on, never touched. First time I had seen it. Model's cool though. I do like the model.
Fair enough.
He turns around and he's like, "Okay, I have an idea for you. I have an idea for me, or like an idea to do." I was like, "Oh yeah, what's your idea?" And he's like, "You should texture this for me, and do like an entire custom texture for it." And I responded with, "How happy does that?" Oh no, I asked if he'd be paying for it.
Yeah.
Because that's a technical model that I have to learn how to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh no, I was hoping it would be free." I'm just like, "Well, how does that benefit me?" He's like, well, the fact that you made it for me should be enough of a benefit, right?" This dude's ego was so huge that he genuinely thought he could get like 40 hours of my time doing texture work completely for free because he knew me.
Hell no.
Keep in mind, I don't even remember this dude's username. I barely knew him. He just appeared, looked at my avatar, went, "Oh, nice textures," actually, can you do something for me? And the only benefit you get is that you make them for me. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work. That's not how friendship works either. Good fucking Grievous.
No, you don't instantly get a benefit of friending like an avatar texture. Don't expect free things from us. We might offer for you if we're feeling generous, and if we have the time and the energy to do it for you, we can offer. But also, keep in mind, those textures will not be of the same quality as our own textures. Don't do comparisons.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing you can do.
A lot of these people, they don't understand that just because you're friends with somebody who makes textures, for example, like let's say Rumi over here, you don't get these textures just like that. They will not appear. If you're not willing to go an extra mile or do something really nice for them, they will not do it. They will not give a fucking damn.
Like, I couldn't, if you're using like a bullet texture or something, that's fine. Like, as long as you're happy with your avatar. Or even if you have a custom texture on yours and you're happy with it. But do not expect the people who have put in the work to learn how to do this kind of thing. Because keep in mind, it is not easy. I think Sleep can vouch for that as well. It's not particularly easy. You can learn. Go ahead and learn. It's good fun, and it's a good skill to have.
Yeah, and some textures
but don't
are
expect to hang
cursed.
out just because you're friends with us.
And some textures are cursed. This
Tell me
model
about it.
has a funny little curse thing. I edited the texture because I wanted to put a little Easter egg on this avatar. It is supposed to have Hideo Kojima in the eyes somewhere. He is nowhere to be found.
Oh, I know how to fix that.
He's in the texture, but he's not in the eye.
Yeah, I know how to. Does your model happen to have the huge shift checkbox clicked?
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah, we also
It'll
changed
power
that.
it, no matter what you put in there.
No, we changed that as well. Still didn't show up.
What?
That's the thing.
Okay.
We went through this.
There's a
and
better
he's
way
somewhere.
of doing it then. You should just put it on a decal, because that way it overlays over everything.
Yeah, but I find it funnier this way because he has changed location from the eyes to somewhere else, and we can't figure out where the fuck he went. And we don't want to fix it.
I've had some mysterious. Okay, so I was talking to Sleep last night as I was working on an avatar project, and Sleep saw the pure embodiment of my rage as I was fighting Substance Painter for the umpteenth time. And the iconic message that popped up when I was troubleshooting why it crashed, I'm gonna have to pull it up because it's actually really funny. I was losing my shit over finding this. Where is it?
I still love the solution for it.
Where is it? It's trying to diagnose Substance Painter crashing, and I found this. Crash report cause. User displayed reckless disregard for the camera orbiting feature. Severity, personal. Suggested solutions, don't.
Yeah.
For context for that, I was working on my model, a new model that I'm currently working on, and in Substance Painter, there's a little thing you can do called pan your camera to get a different angle. I did that for maybe the 100th time that night, and for whatever reason, it almost blue screened my computer. I have no idea how. This computer that can run 2.5K VR, Substance Painter said no and tried to murder it. And then once I got it fixed, finally got it fixed, I realized I was fighting my paintbrush because every time I went from the chest area to the neck, the brush would double in size.
What?
I could not work out why.
What? How does that work?
I was having such a bad time with this stupid piece of software, which is designed for one purpose.
How the fuck does it double in size?
I'm not even kidding. I had it on 0.18 for doing detailing on the chest. I was drawing little fluffy bits on it, down the chest. I went to go continue that up the neck, and it just went like... So the scaling didn't change. The brush did. That's what confused me the most. I'm like, why is the brush scaling not changing, but my actual size of the brush is? I haven't changed my pressure points or anything like that. So I reset Substance Painter and I reset my drawing tablet. It continued the cycle of it would just double in size on the head for some weird reason. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's just the neck. So I went to do like a little decal on the nose. It stayed in 0.18.
What?
I go down the neck. Huge. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
What?
I did some more, I was doing some more Googling and everything like that to try and roughly figure out if someone had figured out this really weird thing that was happening. It is the scaling on the flat texture.
Wait, seriously?
That is on your right side. The scale of that affects how it paints on the model only in Substance Painter version 9.2.
Only on that
Which is
version.
the exact version I have. It is so oddly specific and so niche, and it also only does it on a model that you have upgraded the version of Substance Painter for, which I have.
Good fucking grief, man. How does that even
So pretty
work?
much, I have to cut off the chest texture that I'm doing. I have to cut it off just at the neck before rescaling my brush to get the same details, but they're still too big. I can't downsize them.
That makes absolutely no fucking sense. Like,
It's
how?
Adobe. They don't give a shit. They make money from it.
That's
No
why you
matter
don't
how shitty the
update.
software is, people still buy it.
That's why you don't update Adobe products, and that's why you pirate the shit out of it.
That's why I did pirate it. That's why I can't go back a version.
Oh, you fucking idiot. Just pirate an older version.
But I like my version that I have because it's the full Premiere access.
Dingus.
It's great for all my other models. Like that canine model that I have. That was gorgeous to work on. That was flawless. Perfection. I like entered a flow state with that avatar. I had it done in 2 days.
In 2 days. And this one? Nah. Just nah. Just no.
This one has taken me over 3 weeks to establish anything on because the Painter keeps screwing everything up.
camera opening
And
behavior.
also
Just
I'm busy.
don't.
What's the solution to the camera crashing? Just don't open the camera, you'll be fine.
Just don't.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
So I'm having this issue where my leg is broken. What can I do? Just don't.
Just don't.
Oh, I'm getting
Dude,
shanked
dude,
by
Substance
these fucking
Painter-
gangs over here. Just don't.
So this is another bane of thing that I have with Substance Painter. It's a creative tool, right?
Mhm.
It's designed so that you can paint on models to make them look however you want. Why does it not have a gradient tool, a blurring tool, or a proper color wheel, or even a color selector?
What?
It has none of that. I had to code my own color selector. I had to code my own color wheel. And set them up with my own plugins.
Huh? Huh?
Adobe has missed the ball on Substance Painter so hard, they looked at the target and then shot behind them. That's how bad this software is.
How the fuck are we feeding these companies money
It is
if
a
this is
creative
the
tool
fuck?
that has nothing. You get a paintbrush, you get an eraser, and you get smart mask, and that is it. And it causes me to crash out so hard because I don't have a blurring tool. So every time I'm finished with my textures, they look really, really sharp. I have to take them into my other painting program where I have a blur tool. I can blur all of the edges and make smooth gradients with the gradient tool that's built into it. This program is free. This is Krita. It is completely free and open source, and it has all this built into it. I just export the textures into there. I quickly do the blurring lines. I put it into Unity, and it works.
Why didn't you just do everything in Krita?
Because I like the mirroring symmetric tool. for getting all of my lines really nice, and by
Can
doing it in Substance
get
Painter,
that
it means
into
I
Krita?
don't see the seams on my shoulders. Not with the flat textures.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
The flat textures don't handle mirroring properly, which is completely fine. Krita is not a 3D tool. It's just a drawing platform.
True that.
So I can't throw hands with it, but I will throw hands with Substance Painter for not having basic artistic things in there.
You hear that, Adobe? We're coming for you.
Procreate. That's why I said I'm gonna go burn down Adobe headquarters, because genuinely, this they want you to fail with Substance Painter. They set you up for failure. And the fact that even though I have a pretty okay computer, I will draw a line and it has to render that line for the next 10 minutes with a little blue bar loading, and I can't even interact in Substance Painter when that blue bar shows up.
That's fucking stupid. That's so stupid.
Like, I can't spin the model. I have to forcefully Alt-Tab out of Substance Painter to minimize it, to even open Discord.
That is so fucking weird. What the fuck is technology even?
I hate this software.
Good fucking grief.
And the worst thing is, there's no alternative.
There really ain't. That's fucking weird.
Like,
Why?
There is one, it's called Armor Paint, but it's not universal. It doesn't support the Substance Painter format.
Really?
I would have to take the FBX into there to repaint it entirely.
Huh.
But Armor Paint also costs money unless you compile it yourself.
Fair enough.
The code is there on GitHub. You can take it and you can compile it yourself, but if you don't have the knowledge on compiling, you can't use it.
That's horrendous.
And also, chances are, when you import your FBX, if it's over 120,000 polygons, it will just crash on you and won't save.
Nice.
It's designed for small models, which is completely fine in my opinion. They built it for small models. It's not supposed to support Foxy Paws avatars with 330,000 polygons. That's on me.
Well, yeah, when it has way too many polygons for what it is, yeah, I can get behind that and understand it, yeah.
Yeah, I can fully understand why they wouldn't push support for baking, 4K textures on a 330 polygon avatar. That takes a lot of effort. Especially if you're putting it up for free, the only thing you have to do is work out how to make the code work.
Mm-hmm.
So, or you can pay I think it's something like $20 or something, and it's a one-time purchase for it.
Yeah.
Which
You
for
could
some
do
people,
that.
that works. But somebody is working on a plugin for Blender that uses the actual source code of an older version of Substance Painter, back when it had all the features before they locked them behind paywalls. Somebody
Oh.
has yoinked that and is implementing it into Blender as a plugin. So that you can now
Nice.
paint on your models in Blender instead, and I'm like,
That
tasty, I
sounds
like it.
actually good. If you can know how to navigate fucking Blender, because Blender does some mysterious things itself, and just, it's just a mystery. Because Blender's
Why can I
Blender.
not change my keybinds on Blender? Why do I have to press 4 separate keys to use my mouse in Blender? What is this?
Yes.
I could have a whole crash out about 3D stuff, but I'm allowed to crash out about it because I've been doing this for 4 years now, 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
And the one thing that I've never found consistent is the tools available. There has been no kind of convenient tool to use. Aside from Poyomi shaders. I love Poyomi shaders. They can stay. That guy is an absolute win. Love him.
Yeah, as long as he stops doing stupid things and getting his account hacked.
To be fair, that was just a Curse Forge mod.
Yeah, but that's also his fault for not being careful.
Exactly. But,
Because you have all these
that's a good
tools
mod.
that prevent you from getting malicious shit onto your PC, and if you get a notification, you should check shit.
That, or I could just scan something when I download it. That's what I do.
Or better yet, just don't click links. Or CurseForge files. Or stuff like that if you don't know what the fuck it is.
Unless if you're in a VC with someone, and they're just like, hey, I'm gonna send you this CurseForge mod, and then you get that CurseForge mod to the degree that they explained that it was.
Yes.
That's perfectly fine.
The only part I can say that it is not your fault is if you download something from the Steam Workshop itself and that injects something, that's not on you, that's on Steam.
That's on Steam for letting them upload it.
Yeah, Steam has been trying to crack down on these massively because this has only now become a problem.
They're also cracking down on AI flop games, which I am in full support of.
Same.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing if you want to think on model creator. Do not use AI. It takes the creativity out of it and makes them lifeless.
Not only that, but you won't have any idea what the fuck you did or how it's actually made.
So I found something funny the other day. I was watching a video where a person, because I wanted to see the process of it, so somebody used ChatGPT to generate their texture for them.
Yep.
This was out of pure curiosity, and the guy was also doing it out of curiosity. He was not going to upload that model at all. He wanted to see if ChatGPT could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So he, pretty much every single texture that he had on the avatar was AI generated. And the one thing I immediately noticed is that a lot of things on that avatar that it was pulling were direct screenshots from a YouTube video about Poyomi shaders.
Yep.
And I watched that Poyomi shaders video to learn how to do those dissolve effects.
Yeah. Why do you
that I have on
think...
my avatar.
So, ChatGPT does not know how to create. It yoinks from pre-existing things. It literally copy-pastes.
Oh, yeah, I'm well aware.
That's all it does. It copy-pastes because it cannot generate or create you a new texture.
I was just shocked that it had... There's only like 5 frames in that video where it actually shows this texture sheet.
Yeah, and that's enough.
And it screenshotted it. And then uploaded it as its own thing. And I'm like, that is criminal.
Yeah. If there's even a singular frame, that is more than enough. It's more than enough for all of these tools to just do it and yoink it. It's freaking insane.
I would say the only thing that I had to eventually get an AI to do for me on one of my avatars, and still to this day, I feel kind of bad about it, but basically, I got it to give me a seamless edge on my arms, exclusively my arms, for my scales. But I had already done the texture, and I knew exactly how I wanted the scales, but I couldn't put that onto paper or onto my drawing tablet. When I was drawing them, I kept screwing up. Spacing looked wrong. It always looked wrong.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just want this in this pattern with these sizes and varying things across the arm. And then when it did it, I took it and I would like sculpt around them and I moved them around to where I actually wanted them to be. Because yeah, it still screwed it up.
Yeah, of course it's gonna screw it up.
I'm like, technically I just got it to do me a base thing. And keep in mind, this is only circles. I did everything else. That was only circles. And I still feel bad about it to this day because I didn't actually do the work for it, but I couldn't get the work done properly.
Yeah. I have a buddy.
I had the idea. It's still my idea. It's like, it's debatable.
Yeah, I have a buddy who works with avatars a lot, and they've recently been studying using AI to basically compile everything for them in the avies, to the point where even the sound effects they're using an AI to generate them, but these sound effects are stolen from other people. Because, you know, for a fact, it doesn't create new sounds, it uses pre-existing sounds to create the sound library, and these sounds are often taken from pre-existing sources, and it just generates an AI-generated version of it, which is complete and utter crap. You could have just gone and got a copyright-free fireball effect for your fireball. Oh, but I wanted to be more whimsical and stuff. Oh, so you yoinked it from other people who already made it.
Soundlibrary.org exists, and they are all free to use non-copyright sounds. And it is a library of over 50,000 sounds that you do not have to pay anything for. Professional movie studios use them.
Yeah, and it's not that hard to generate an MP3 onto a fucking Unity. Slap the MP3 in there and then just put it on there. It says, hey, convert.
Unity supports MP3 and MP4 by default, which is what I find really funny, is when people are like, I don't know how to put a sound effect on. You add a sound, whatever it is, sound receiver, sound collider, whatever, you put that in your avatar hierarchy, you combine it to your avatar, you click on it, you drag it over. Like, you drag your sound bite out of there, and you slap it into where it says, put sound here. It's so self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's like putting an image.
And if you're still if you're still confused, watch a YouTube video.
It's not that hard. And, like, honestly, the sad part is, a lot of these people don't know what the fuck they're doing after they generate all of this, and they look at it like, why isn't this working? What's wrong with it? And they're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, you fucking used a tool that fucks everything up for you. And then you don't know how to fix it. And you're trying to sell this, by the way? Oh, here's the funny thing. If you're trying to sell your fucking stuff, you cannot sell AI-generated shit.
Nope.
You get into copyright hell for that.
You do not have the rights to sell, sell anything that has AI creation in it. Because it is not yours and never will be yours.
Yeah.
Even if you trace back where the AI got its information from and you credit those, that's still not yours to use.
Yeah, because you didn't get the rights to use from the original source. If you're generating it based off your own shit, you drew everything yourself and trained it that way, then it's fine. But for the most part, 99% of the time, it is literally stealing from other people. Do not do it. You're gonna go to fucking copyright hell.
Exactly.
That's fucking stupid. Don't do it. Literally, just learn how to do it yourself. You'll also save yourself a lot of headaches because you're gonna have to fix everything afterwards. Because somebody's going to go check out that file. Eventually. And whoopsie doodle, you're found to be an AI-generated user. But yeah. You got anything else you want to yap about?
I can't really. So there's that person who asked me for free stuff. Oh, this is going to be an interesting topic to quickly bring up.
Oh?
So, obviously, as people are aware, well, you're aware anyway, and all of my friends, I have a partner.
Yeah.
I do not understand where I have a partner, I'm not interested, it's lost in translation to VR chat users. I don't know where the miscommunication or misinterpretation is coming from. I say, sorry, I'm not interested, I already have someone. And you go, oh, so you have a harem. No! Like, where did I stutter?
Did I stutter?
I have actively shut down people who do this. It genuinely infuriates me. And one of my other friends has also encountered this so many times. It is not just a standalone experience, it is a integral part of, I think it's just this fandom in general, the furry fandom, who does it. I think. They have this whole thing of, if you are monogamous with one partner, you are selfish. You are a terrible person. And I don't get that. I genuinely don't.
I know where it comes from. It's because fucking furries think that they're pack animals.
Probably. I mean, good thing I'm a dragon then, because they're just soul creatures. Solar creatures. I fucked up that word so many times. I know. I'm really tired.
Even so, it's just the furry fandom specifically that has that issue. The other group that has somewhat of that issue is freaking the E-couples. But they tend to not go desperately like that. You'll have the occasional E-boy, but you won't have the E-girls doing that.
Exactly.
But mostly it's the furry side that lets it goes where, oh hey, you're with somebody? Hey, can I get in there? Let's make it a fucking poly.
I don't get why so many people in this fandom... So I don't judge polyamorous. If you are polyamorous, good for you. I hope you're happy. Go live a wonderful life. Like, genuinely. I'm not interested. That lifestyle is not for me. I will say this as nicely as possible. But why is Spotify playing smart? Thanks, Spotify. Yeah.
Wake up.
Skip that one. Why is it replay? Okay, that's fine. But I fully don't get it. I I don't get why furries miscommunicate that or fail to interpret that. You say you're not interested, they either take it as a challenge, a personal insult, or they try and one-up your partner. That's another thing that I've seen quite a few times now. They're like, oh, well, I can be a better one. I can do this, this, and this. I'm like, well, I don't care if you can do this, this, and this. I'm happy with this person.
Oh, you can be a better one?
It's not
Can you
that
give me
deep.
$5,000 right here, right in now? Come on. Can you give me $5,000 right here,
If
right
it's
now?
my fandom, someone probably would.
If you give me that 5K, okay. Prove it. Here's the link. Give me the money. I will check if it shows up there. See ya.
I would do that.
Same.
And it's just it's not even like a little thing. It's actually a genuine problem that I know a lot of people complain about in this fandom. Is that if you have a partner, people are instantly jealous.
Yes.
And I don't understand why. Like, I would see other people when I didn't have a partner. I would see other people with their partners. I'm like, cool, I'm glad they're happy.
Yeah.
That's all it needs to be.
Exactly. If somebody has a partner or something like that, just be happy for them. Just be like, alright, that's cool. Congrats. Just like, deet, deet, deet.
The only thing I don't like is when people get a partner and suddenly you become, not even a friend anymore.
You don't exist.
That mildly offends me, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
That's more of a personal vendetta thing.
Yeah, same. Mostly I hate it when it becomes this whole case of like, you know, bros before hoes, the normal thing where everybody's just a buddy and everything else. But as soon as somebody gets a chick, the bros start disappearing, and that's when the saying bros before hoes comes into play. And it's like, well then, like, we're happy that you have this going, but you forgot about us?
Or
Thanks.
whenever you want to go chat with them and hang out, they always just have their partner there.
Yep.
Or you're like, oh hey, let's hang out tonight. Oh sorry, my partner said no, I can't.
What about this plan we made 5 months ago? Oh yeah, no, they want to watch a singular episode of fucking Twilight.
That one does irk me quite a lot. Luckily, I don't have that in mind. She is way too sociable for me to have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I would probably get killed if I even suggested that, so I got lucky with that one.
Good job.
Like, we'll be hanging out together in Popcorn Palace and someone random will just spontaneously spawn in next to me. I'm like, fuck, where the fuck did you come from? Where did you even join?
Yeah, seems about right.
I get jump scared by her friends a lot. She's very, very sociable.
Yeah, and social is good. At least in my opinion, it's good.
In my opinion, it's good. I just do find it amusing when someone just spawns next to me. That will never not jump scare me.
Yeah. Alright. Oh
Hey,
boy.
wait, let me ask your opinion of something.
What?
Is VR chat still a social game?
VR is not a social game, it's a social platform. With
Is
games in it.
Still social.
To a point, yes. Depends on which side of VR chat you're on.
To a point, yes. So, I'm going to point something out that I have noticed that is getting really, really bad on this side of things. This side of VR chat. My side of VR chat has gotten less and less social. Which is funny for a game called VR Chat.
Nobody wants to chat.
I can
They're all in
join
their little
a public
groups.
world. I can join a public world with 60 plus people in there, and I will hear one conversation the entire time that I am there, running around the world. And it's two people who are discussing an inside joke. And you go and try and talk to them, muted, blocked. I don't know why. If you have like social anxiety and stuff like that, that's completely fine. We have chat boxes and stuff like that for that. Or maybe you're just not in the mood to talk. That's okay as well. But in all honesty, why are you in a public world if you're not in the mood to talk? That's a bit strange in my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah, and another thing. Why the fuck are you with your friends in a public world but you're all in Discord?
Don't get me started on that one.
Ah, yes, I want to go hang around with my friends. Oh, hey, they're in Discord. Hey, they're also in this world? Wait, what? Goes in the world. They're not talking. Joins VZ. Oh, hey, what you doing? I'm right behind you guys. Huh? Why didn't you guys talk
I
in
had
VR
a
chat?
little
Ah, we don't wanna.
Funny. I had a really awkward experience with that, actually. I joined my friends, which was about 10 people.
Yeah.
And they would completely ignore me. And I was really confused because not one of them was talking, but they were kind of doing like the hand expressions. And so I just asked one of them, I'm like, hey, how are you guys talking? Is my like audio broken or something? And they used the chat box instead of just unmuting. Which made it feel worse. They're like, oh, we're in a Discord call, but you can't see the channel. The way I just noped out of that world, and I haven't not seen any of those people again since.
That's funny as fuck.
I'm like, if you're gonna pull that, it's completely fine to be in a Discord call while in VR chat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But split your conversations between what is happening in VR and what is happening in Discord. It's not that hard to do. I do it quite a lot.
Yeah, and if
Sometimes
you're
I'll be
all in
just
VR chat
full on
already,
chatting
talk in
like-
VR chat.
Yeah, so every single one of these people that was in that world was in a Discord call that only a few select people could join, and they would not let me join even though they considered me their friend. That is very toxic in my opinion.
Yeah, that hurts.
That
But-
makes you feel like one of the most unwanted people.
Yeah.
And not only that, they didn't even unmute to say it. They put it in their chat box, which is
Yeah.
actually arguably more effort than just pushing a button. And
Yes,
talking
because
and
they had to-
unmuting.
Especially in VR, it's just...
Yeah, I just saw them going like this in the chat box. We in VC, you can't see. We didn't
We
talk about it.
in VC... Instead of saying, we in VC.
If they had said like, oh hey, we're in a VC, just join one of them or drag you in here, that would have been completely fine.
But the
But
way they
it's
went
just-
about it
It's
was...
a blatant cold
bad.
shoulder.
Yeah. It sucks. That genuinely sucks. But,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like, oh, well, bye then. If you don't want me here, I'm just gonna head out, like, and I'll never see you guys again.
yeah. But yeah, that's just how it is.
You had one shot and you fucked it. Good job.
Speaking of One Shot, you should play the game, One Shot. It's actually a good game. Features a funny cat.
It is actually a really good game.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's a good yapper session. At least.
That is a very good yap session, and we're going for almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
And,
and-
1.5 of the hours was me crashing out of a substance painter.
Yeah, and honestly, I would rather have these, like, weekly. I don't mind this, because it's good to just yap and just do something random at the same time, because it helps you, like, get stuff out. You get to talk about the, like, things that you've witnessed, things that you've seen, or things you might not have remembered last time, or something else. And we can just keep on talking about, like, stories, videos, games, music, anything. While we're going through some random, like, places and worlds. And that's a good thing, in my opinion, and I would like to do these more.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna be back as well. Like, I'll be a bit more of a permanent one because we changed the days around so it actually fits with my already overloaded schedule.
Yeah, so basically every Friday we can do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically graffiti streams will be on hold
Friday
for the
is a
foreseeable
bit
future.
More of my chill day.
Yeah. So expect to see more of these Yap sessions on Fridays. We will literally be doing that instead of our Thursday graffiti sessions, which I'm taking a break because I just don't feel like doing them at the moment. And next week I'm going to be finishing the travel agency
These
season
might
as
even
well.
Come into like a graffiti thing as well.
Yeah.
Like there might be a chance that you'll find us in a random graffiti mode, although sleep is infinitely better than I'll ever be.
No, we're just going to be doing random shenanigans. The travel agency will go on hiatus again, and I don't know how we're going to handle the future episodes and whatnot with that. But Tuesdays, I will still be streaming VR stuff, provided my VR isn't killing me worse. Otherwise, I will save these precisely for Fridays, so that, the VR will last. Hopefully, I'll get a new cable before that. Because I don't want to be without VR again, because I want to play other VR games as well. I need to play, like, Into the Radius and stuff, but this fucking cable is literally just dog shit.
So far, my cable is the one thing I haven't had an issue with on this headset.
Yeah. But for now, we're gonna go and skedaddle out of here, and it's great to have Rumi back, so expect more B-side sessions on Fridays. But we're gonna now go around and just do our own thing and enjoy Friday, and y'all should do the same exact thing. And if you liked hanging around here, listening to the yapper, the stories and whatnot, just come back. It's always at the same time on Fridays. That's how it goes. Just drop a follow, whatever
If
the
you
heck, and all that jazz.
Enjoy hearing a random creature crashing out over bad software. Do come back because it is mildly enjoyable to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about a lot of random things, even worlds, VR chat stuff, outside of VR chat stuff, cats, animals, fucking food, something like that. We'll talk about anything.
Food. I love food.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
yes,
love fried rice.
we will also talk to everybody who's in the chat, basically, who wants to chat with us. But for now, we're gonna get going. Y'all have a wonderful time, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
My big bites.